Hello and welcome to this is going to be our session 0 for a game that we're going to do. It is going to be a mini campaign in the horror tone that we're going to try to do with the bastard sword system the game is going to be called the Maddened Citadel. So Phil, the Trail, and Crispy are going to be the players. So hello, thank you for joining me for that.
Hello, Mr. Max Boivin.
It's a pleasure. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for making the system and GMing the game.
Well, thank you for like trying it for me. Being my
No,
skin in the
thank
game.
you. Sorry.
No.
Yeah. So
you made
following
some changes.
following the last game that we did, there are gonna be some change, and I'll give you an updated version and some new player areas and stuff like that before the next session. I'm still like cleaning up a few things there, but he did a lot of prep, making a game from scratch first. Exactly, that's the only kind of prep that's acceptable. You have to first. You also have to first learn a language, which I'm still working on.
Yeah.
But there's gonna be like some change. So the main change. So if you remember, right, it's a dice pool system where your attribute determine the type of dice you roll. It's a pair of attribute. So if somebody is like strength and agility, you add the two of them, and that give you the type of dice you can roll. Right?
Yep.
Stop me
I
if
remember.
and your skill rank give you the number of dice you roll. You have one by default plus your skill rank. And you look for success and multiple. It used to be multiple of 4 that would give you a success. Now it's multiple of 3s. So this change was to generate a little bit more success, be a little more generous. So now on a D4, you're gonna get a success on 3 or 4. On a D6, you get 1 success on 3, 4, 5, and 2 success on a 6. So it's a little more generous in that sense. I'm hoping that it's gonna create like liberate a little more hit and stuff like that. So create a little more interesting situation. And to go along with that change also, now, as you remember, you have like a spirit point that you can spend to buy bonus dice.
Mm-hmm.
And that would also get depleted in different way, but usually the main way you're gonna lose them is by buying spirit dice, bonus dice. And now every bonus dice costs you 3 spirit point. So it's a little more linear. Just try to keep it like simpler. So you want to buy 1 die, it's gonna be 3 point. You want to buy 2, it's gonna be 6. You want to buy 3, it's gonna be 9.
Okay.
Yep. Makes sense.
Yeah, just trying to streamline thing a bit. And like I was struggling with the Malus a lot as well. But I decided, like I tried different thing. I wasn't quite happy with it. I said at this I'm gonna go back to what it was. So you just have if you have Malus, they remove success from your roll. Because I don't want to change too many things at once. Because also like you will get a little bit more like a system mastery. So the Malus will remove success from your roll, and if it's you have like minor malus that's gonna remove 1, and major malus is gonna remove 3, and everything's gonna be on either one of that or the other. Try to keep it simple, right?
Got it.
So if something is a small impediment, you lose 1 success. If it's a big one, you lose 3. And we'll discuss that a little. I'll be a little more clear, like when I'll tell you which one is what in the player aids. Do you have any question before we go in?
The Any changes to wounds, malice, anything like that? That's still the same.
It's gonna be there's gonna be like some change, but it's gonna be
Okay.
like minor thing, and it's gonna be indicated on the character sheet and stuff like that when I give you the new version. Just
Okay.
accommodate like the tree thing, right? Just like the loose tree.
Burden calculated the same way, Max? Or is
It's-
burden changed?
That's how the French say 3.
Yeah, that's loose tree. Tree. I cannot say the
Tree.
H.
3.
Yeah.
See my tongue?
3.
Please
gross.
don't. Maybe kids watching.
I hope not.
Sorry, I disgusted myself watching me do it. Let's close up the shop, okay, guys. I'm joking.
Burden is gonna be similar. It might be there might be a little bit of a change in the weight of stuff and stuff like that, and it might be like I think it's probably going to be pretty much the same. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be like a minor
spirit
malice.
Pool is still going to be heavily dependent on persona, right?
And
that-
your persona and constitution. Yeah.
Oh, right. The two things I didn't have last time.
Yes. Yes.
Make a note of that.
You can dump one of them, but
You said you were going to kind of polish it up before the game, so I don't really know if I want to ask you questions now.
Yeah, true. That's a good point, Phil. We could just do more setting stuff.
Yeah.
yes, that's more what I wanted to work on today. Polish it up before the game. Well, you can ask some question because I probably have like the answer already. They're not major change. Try me.
Okay. How does the bleeding malice work?
Um,
Did you say that
Just
already?
did I?
No, I
say-
had asked it.
Oh, you asked that. Did he answer it? Sorry.
Yeah, I think
Sure
it's
as
just
hell.
gonna be it's just gonna be it's pretty much gonna be like pretty much the same thing, right? If you get slashing wound, you're gonna cause it's gonna be 3 instead of 2.
Okay.
So you're already gonna be
No, 2.
Like
And-
you're keeping the
Oh.
minor major and we fill in the along
minor
the
and major
lines.
injury is gonna be the same, yeah.
That's the same.
And yeah, what's gonna happen is the difference is gonna be is like the first 2 bleeding wound are gonna be no malus.
Okay.
On the third one, you're gonna have -3.
Oh, I see.
And on the 6th one, you're gonna have a -6. So they're gonna be like every time you get like it's gonna be by step of 3, right? 3.
Okay.
I need to put. I should go back to 4.
I'll
just
show you
because
how to
that's
do
it's
it.
a number
That's right.
I can pronounce.
You want me to show you how to do it
3.
again?
No, Phil,
No,
please.
3.
3.
My
fricative.
daughter uses F's. So free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
You
better.
learn to speak like a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
It's an it's an option.
Stun malice, is that still a thing? Or
Yes, it's still gonna be a thing for now. I didn't cut them yet. Yeah. I might they might go at some point, but
any change on damage? Damage is going to still be the same.
damage is still gonna be the same thing. So the only change is gonna like you get the damage hits on or the damage success on 3 as well.
Instead of on 4. Okay.
Yeah, so it's just because of the same way to roll, and it's for most weapon is gonna be like the dice is gonna be determined by your strength plus the weapon bonus,
Mm-hmm.
unless you use like a gun or a crossbow, which is independent from strength. Then it's just based on the weapon bonus.
Okay.
Roger.
So let's talk premise, or you guys want to talk characters first?
Let's talk premise first.
Premise
hello,
first,
Cody.
yeah.
GM Cody, I almost debuted your game last night.
Yeah, it was I was like, no, Phil, no.
Spoil it.
As I was listening.
I was like, I can't wait for Cody. I need to play it. But
Okay,
I
so
beat it. We played
the premise that I proposed to you,
Yeah.
was the idea that a few decades ago, so it's been a while, there's been a disease or a curse.
Yeah.
You don't know. It's not known. We don't know what caused it. That made people go insane. Not everybody, but a lot of people. And it kind of collapsed society. So you're on this island nation of Montisla, and the curse spread wide.
Real quick, I'm sorry. Did you say how long ago that was?
2
A
decades.
few
That it
decades,
started?
30 years.
A few decades.
30.
Yeah, let's say 30. Unless you want to be older than that, then let's say 40.
Oh, longer than I've been alive. That's okay.
Yeah. Or you were very young when it started.
No, I was dead. Or I wasn't born.
Well, maybe if one of you want to have a character that remember the previous time, that could be interesting.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's something
One of us
I'm
play an
open. I'm
older
open
guy.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
open
play
to it.
short round from Indiana Jones.
Okay.
Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones.
And the premise I wanted to go with for the game is that for one reason or the other, that's something we can discuss together. You're people you're not from the Citadel. That probably used to be the maybe the biggest city. I don't know if it was the capital, but the biggest city of this nation. And now it's almost completely depopulated, except for some straggler that left behind. Most of them are probably insane now, affected by the curse. And you're going there, you're going back there. And I want you to figure out why, right?
Okay.
But we're gonna probably start the game as you arrive in that citadel, right? You can descend on a mission, you can be looking for something for yourself, you can be it's a port city also, the citadel, called Durhavre.
So the Citadel is a port city called Girab.
Durhavre.
Oh, okay. I got it right.
What do I do with my tongue? Show me what I do with my tongue to get there.
Oh, we don't use the tongue when we speak.
Of course you don't.
It's all with the throat. You have to.
Shit. All
right. Should I do a present screen?
Yes.
Sure.
There we go.
So
should I
what
make
is
that
Montisla?
wider? Should I make
That's
that wider?
that's the nation. Like that's the whole
That's the whole
island.
nation.
And we're
Yes.
going to the capital
town
city, or what was the
is
capital city when we had a civilization. And the capital city
Kedar.
is the Citadel. But it's the Citadel's within the capital city, and the capital city is going to spell for you here.
Oof,
Montisla. The island of
like
Montisla.
a
That's a
Russian
nation.
doll situation.
The Citadel is. There you go. Can you read that?
Durhavre.
Can you pronounce it?
Of course I can.
Havre.
Right. It's a Durhavre.
Phil, it's just good to hear you say it. I'm going to go with. My goal is to have your character say that as many times as we can.
Durhavre.
You can say like Durhavre.
Okay.
That's like a local bastardization.
Hey, you going down to
of the
the
word.
river?
The river.
It sounds like you're saying the river.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a hard arbor.
It's a hard arbor.
Yeah. Durhavre.
Okay.
People at home.
Sorry, folks at home. I'm a Texan.
Yeah, and you never learned
French with a Texan
the noble language.
I never learned French.
I'm trying. I'm slowly.
Yeah.
I'm giving you some
In
words.
fact,
you
I think you might get beat up if you learn French here. No, I'm just
Yeah,
okay. So the
Crispy can speak
city
French.
is not populated in any kind of meaningful way. That's what it makes it seem like.
It's
There's not people
So
going
did
about their daily lives here.
no. The people like that, like it's not a functioning city anymore. Like there might still people that are not insane that are still there. They might not. You don't even really know. Um,
Okay.
but it's definitely like not a functioning city anymore. Like, and it's kind of rotting away.
Mm. So my idea was to be like a street rat, but that doesn't. Why would a guy who's desperate to survive as a street rat go to this?
Well, maybe there because there's
asshole?
treasure that's been left or wealth
Maybe
that's
that's
been
I
what
don't
it is.
care about wealth as
unclaimed
much
when the
as
city
long
went
life.
mad and tore itself apart.
I think I'm gonna need to shift gears here.
Maybe you also maybe you heard something that something was going on in that city. Maybe there's a rumor that's attracting you. Oh, maybe there's a guy running boat to the continent from that city. That's
The
Smuggling.
city you're
insane. Is it believable?
describing and the concept I had in my head for this character, the character would never step foot close to this city. So I'm just gonna go ahead and shift gears so I don't have to.
Or if you are, or,
It's fine.
okay.
What were you thinking, Crispy? Did you have anything in mind?
I'm a blank slate. I really haven't
Blank
had
slate.
anything until we had a chance to talk about the setting, and I was just keeping an open mind.
You know what I love? I love trying to cure the disease. What if we tried to
Cure
cure
the disease?
it?
Sure.
That could be it. The curse, the disease.
Max likes to do these things where he sets up these kind of like major backdrop events that aren't the real plot.
No,
He just wants it
no,
kind
it's
of
just
running in the background.
Yeah.
Like a sort of affecting or greatly affecting what you're doing.
yeah.
So
Like
maybe we
I'd
don't
like
want to focus on the plague. Maybe it's just kind of like that's the setting more than the.
that's usually my preference. That like it's something in the background and it's gonna
Mhm.
impact your adventuring and stuff like that.
No.
But usually I prefer if like that's not the main thing. You're not the game is not about like trying to solve the curse and stuff like that. It
Mhm.
might be something your
No.
character want to study, want to do and stuff like that. But it
Okay.
shouldn't be like the session one motivation, right? You're not going there to solve the curse because this has been going for a long time. People have no idea what it is, if it's a disease or a curse or stuff like that. Some people have some theory, and you're very welcome to have your own theories on that.
Okay.
So
some
like they can be like smart and enlightened. They can be like stupid and dumb.
Yep.
Depending on the character you play, and that's all welcome.
theories on why the disease is there.
Yeah.
Why?
What
What it
staves it off?
is? Yeah.
Why hit the island and not anywhere else?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't even know that.
You don't want to eat. You don't want to eat.
Oh, so there's no travel. Okay, so that's something else. I guess we should. We're an island nation, but we have no contact with the continent.
There's a lot of people that left the island.
So there was a
but
large
they
diaspora and
don't
exodus from the island.
people don't come back, right? So you don't have like a
Okay.
news back. So you don't know exactly what's happening on the continent.
So why are we still on this island? Maybe it's just hey, this is the port city and we got to get out of here, and maybe there's some boats head to it for a better life somewhere
It's
else.
been 30 years.
Yeah, like why?
And we haven't heard from the other continent yet.
Maybe
is that too silly?
We're
Maybe
curious.
maybe you know what's I'm not married to that. We can discuss that if it's too
I
silly.
mean, I'm just talking about the implications.
Maybe there's a
I'm not saying it's
blockade.
silly.
Maybe there's been a 30-year embargo on anyone coming
Or maybe
to the island.
because people know what's happening on the island, just nobody wants to fucking go back, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true. What if we are
Once you manage to get out, you don't want to go back.
No one comes back.
What if we are greed driven and we want to set up a trade route to the continent.
What would be the trade good from Montisla?
Well, obviously, Montisla is known for its crop
Vineyards?
of. I was thinking
What
something
would
different.
be
Like let's be like. There's a lot of
papayas?
chocolatiers.
Chocolatiers. Okay.
Chocolatiers.
You want to be chocolatiers?
Oh,
Okay.
well, that
Yeah.
could be maybe that's why like you don't have any news from the continent, because maybe actually the island is pretty far off in the sea
Yeah,
and it's kind of
It's-
exotic local.
yeah. It's
And you have, like-
tropical. It's a little bit tropical, or no?
You're growing this fruit or bean that
Yeah.
cannot be found somewhere else.
No. They don't make chocolate like they do on, Montisla. I can tell you
Yeah.
that. right
Everything
now.
else is like carob or some nastiness.
Is that
So-
still being produced? No, is that still like some industry that was somewhat functioning? Maybe.
Maybe, or maybe we're just finally getting it up and running.
Somebody's added milk to it, and now everyone wants it.
Oh, now it's a peasant food, whereas we prefer the 100% cacao.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. Max is 90%, 95%.
Yeah.
It's bitter enough to
90s the
put hair on your
We
chest.
started covering nuts in it, and everyone went,
Ooh. Yeah,
and this plague started. I'm sure.
Has something to do. The plague is with the chocolate.
So
what are you're hoping to be able to restore the port?
Or
maybe-
maybe port, or kind of cordon off.
I think we need something a little more proximate
section.
than that.
Something more.
Yeah, maybe you think it's been long enough that the problem would have took care of itself, right?
Absolutely, it's been over a generation.
I don't think we're that naive, or maybe we are. I think that
'Cause
we're
that's-
naive enough to go there to solve it, but it gets
Yeah.
like it's bigger than we expected, or maybe it isn't. I don't know.
Let's talk about what this curse and disease is, what it does, because that might impact. The idea I had is that it make people insane in the sense that they became like super obsessive about one thing to a point that they stop like doing anything else, and including the thing that they should do to keep get care of themselves, right?
Mania. It provokes mania. They become maniac.
Yeah,
But
and
in
that
the clinical term of a maniac, like they're suffering from a mania. They can't let it go.
but like to the extreme, right? It's like
Right. So like they're whatever it is, their mania is digging holes. They'll dig holes over sleep, over eating, over anything, any kind of bodily function, anything else. They'll just until they expire, they'll be digging a hole or multiple holes.
And I was thinking that that collapsed the birth rate too. So you're probably like the younger one in this time, or probably like there's probably like very, very few children because of that, right? Because like a lot of people went insane, and that collapsed the birth rate. So like not only a lot of people died from just like the chaos that been caused by this thing, but also there was very little birth rate. So that's a big problem.
That's a secondary thing. That's not directly on the disease. It's just a
it's
a
not
secondary
like
cause.
the disease
or
doesn't
secondary
cause
effect.
infertility and anything like that. It's just like because people get so into their mania that they don't have children anymore, right?
Okay. Is it like so everyone has it?
Not everyone has it, and also it kind of like ramp up like slowly, and sometimes
So
it can
it's a
be
slow
hard.
onset. It's a slow onset.
And it can be hard to tell in the first time if somebody has it, or if somebody's just like into that, or he's just very hard worker,
right?
Or
he just
at some point
really
say, okay, now it's
loves to
problematic.
sing or something, right?
Yeah.
Now, what about other symptoms? Like, are there any other symptoms? For example, a certain type of rash or something that isn't in, so you could confirm, oh no, you have it, or you're foaming at the mouth, or some sort of thing, or is it just the outward behavior?
it seems also that the biological need seem to be much reduced. It's like you're being maintained by like fulfilling your mania, if that's what you're gonna call it.
Okay.
I like the idea
So,
of you kind of getting a little jaundiced.
oh
Get
yeah,
a little like yellow. Your
all right.
eyes kind of start turning
I was
yellow.
thinking like people probably become like very gaunt.
Mhm.
Gaunt, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, because like they're not gonna eat and they're not gonna be unless obviously if like your mania is eating, then like people that have something like that, they're gonna get like super fat, right? They're gonna be like fucking flesh monster. So you can see all kind of like different thing like that, and sometimes some people are easy to identify because of that. But a skin tone, yeah, it could be that. Jaundice,
I don't care. I just
bit
wanted
yellow.
some kind of physical cue. I think would be appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Appropriate. Mm.
Okay.
All right.
And it's is anyone ever recovered from this? Is it 100% lethal? Like at some point, is there any survivability?
Is it lethal at all? Might not even be lethal, but per se, you just like you don't become functional anymore.
Okay.
No,
Maybe, yeah.
depending on what your mania is, right? Some people are gonna be like gonna end up dying because of what they're doing, right? They're too rough on the body and stuff like that.
I
So
think you
their
should turn
mania is gonna kill
violent.
them. You turn violent definitely if somebody tried to interrupt your your mania,
Oh, okay.
and that also
So
caused a lot of death.
there's a temperament change.
Yeah.
And it affects all ages? Or
mhm.
just affects all ages? Like kids can
Yes.
catch this too?
Yes, and that's something that also like people think like quite tragic when kids get it. And that's like I was saying also it probably like affected a woman first or more in the beginning phase, but I think it's probably that it was more problematic for women.
Yep.
It was
Because
what?
of the
Sorry.
more problematic when women get affected, it would disrupt them more, because like when men were affected, like men working the field, they just like started to work like working more, or men like working in mine, they were just like work like double triple shift, right? And just like and wouldn't stop, and people say, well, that's not necessarily bad, we're gonna try to use them, until like it became a problem, and the mountain have been like dug up, and a lot of them like the tunnel collapse because they're not,
Yeah.
there's probably mine. Maybe that's one thing that you could export, like mining some mine material. I don't know. You want to stick with the chocolatier? Maybe something there with the plantation, right? So at first, when it was unsetting, when it was starting this curse, right? People just, well, you know what? There's some problem, but there's also some benefit, right? We'll see how it goes. But at some point, like people like became dysfunctional more and more, because you cannot just do one thing over and over again without thinking. What do you think? Is that interesting?
Yeah, sounds awesome.
Now the question
It's a
about the
good
mania
thing to kind of like casually start role playing as well.
is the mania always related to what the person was doing in before they caught the disease? Or is it sometimes something completely out of character?
Oh, that's interesting.
So in other words, a miner now is a compulsive miner and they just never want to leave the mine. A baker just can't stop baking. Or is
maybe
it
it could be
something
both.
where
Maybe for some
totally
people,
different?
like it's gonna be like related to what they did most of their life, the occupation, stuff like that. For some, it's gonna be related to some kind of vice or a hidden desire, maybe that they had that
Okay.
now they fully indulge in. Uh,
Yeah.
Something that people like would do sometime and wish they could do more, but they know it's bad, and now like all this, oh, I cannot do that too much. All this go out the window, right? And now like they're
Okay.
I think that the idea of like whatever you're really interested in the moment, it should be like it should echo, your own current obsession,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm
it
just gonna
should
put that
be
there.
it should be an allegory or a metaphor, shouldn't just be like
So then it would be like less occupational in that case if we go that way, except for some people
They love
that
their
are
job.
yeah, exactly, like that are
still
very
think people that
into
get obsessed with their work,
Yeah.
get obsessed with their work.
Yeah.
Yeah. But maybe that's a
especially if
little
their
less
job
common.
sucks and they're like stuck in it.
Yeah. The What about like a sanatorium? When the disease or curse started, they built sanatorium for people.
Yeah.
Who would build it? Was it the king or was it the
Yeah,
church
the
or
state.
was
Yeah,
it
the state with the church. I
okay.
guess like they went together to pull the resource together to build those sanatorium on the outskirts of the city. But at some point, when they kind of flipped, and when they figure out that the disease was too big, was spreading too much, now they started putting the sane people in the sanatorium
Oh, okay.
to protect them.
Well, yeah, because the psychiatrists contract the disease,
Maybe.
so they start wanting to put everyone in the sanatorium because everyone
That's
has
interesting.
problems.
That's
And
interesting.
then it's like, oh, the
You know,
sanatorium's been corrupted.
that's interesting, but that's probably a theory, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Because also, like,
It's probably one of those like commoner type
yeah,
theories.
I like that. I like that.
Probably true. There's no telling.
There's no
Either
telling.
that or everyone
so
is
30
going
years
crazy.
later, there's a stigma around the sanatoriums as that's where the sane people hide
Yeah.
from the
No, you don't want
madhouse.
to. You don't want to get too close to them because they'll grab you and put you in.
They'll put you
a
in
cell.
there to protect you.
Yeah.
And also,
Oh.
like,
They have to cure you.
maybe like, who knows if they're still sane now, right?
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
One thing's for sure, you're getting medicated as soon as possible.
When there was a breakdown due to the disease, what happened to the crown? Like what is the civilization
Are we
collapsed?
a kingdom?
Yeah, it'd
Yeah,
be a
well,
kingdom.
it's a kingdom.
It's like a island nation, or is it a kingdom, or is it like a free city, or like in a kind of like weird kind of state?
I think
Like
it's
a
got
city-state?
monarchy.
Yeah, a prince. You have a prince. You run by a prince. It's a princedom.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's gonna be like the princedom of
A
Montisla.
duchy.
And the royal family fled with those that were getting away from the.
Or they hid. Did they hid
They
in
hid?
the?
Did they? I mean, if it's a princedom, then that assumes that his father is a king somewhere else of a bigger, more important place. So you'd think
So this
that
is what's going on, guys.
No,
Okay.
that's not how it
I figured
works.
it out. I figured
No?
it out.
No.
Princeton. It's like, well, what would it be?
Everyone is slowly just
You can-
kind of losing faith in the reality of everything, right? So like
Yeah.
the prince, everyone's like, okay, the prince is obsessed with maintaining power over the country. These guards are
Okay.
obsessed with pushing their authority on everyone just thinks like, oh, you're just obsessed. So no one takes anything seriously.
Oh, I really like that. I
So
really
it's kind
like
of like
that.
the degradation of all institutions, all of society, and it's just kind of like
Everybody accuse each other of being affected.
yeah. It's kind of like Why do you care,
does it
bro?
last
You know,
for
that
30
that
years?
kind of thing happens.
How does that last for 30 years?
Well, time moves
So
on, man.
it was broken down.
What happens in
into
30 years?
anarchy,
It's not like
right?
it just stops. The prince is possibly obsessed and has a right to the throne, so he's like, he's still prince.
So we all think everyone else is afflicted. Okay.
Yeah, and well,
It's just suspicion.
it's like it's suspicion. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
and it's an accusation that's shown a lot, or like people don't just like point the finger and like yell, but they start like
Yeah.
looking sideways a bit and say, "Oh,
Yeah.
I think starting to show some signs."
And occasionally someone like loses enough influence where they have convinced the masses that they need to be deposed because
Yeah.
of their insanity. And it's kind of like this other layer of intrigue that's happening.
So we've become a nation where no one can show too much interest in any one thing.
Yeah.
Or else they'll be accused. So that means that
That's
no
so
one
cool.
can
That's
develop
very
proficiency.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you become proficient, then you're
Yeah.
accused as being
all
by the
there's
disease.
basically no more artists.
There's no more artists. There's no more
artisans.
artisans.
Tradesmen. Yeah.
There's probably like some artists still.
Oh, yeah, they do it in private though. Otherwise, they'll be like,
but
accused.
no, because like the afflicted are just like outside, right? They're not around. Like if you go in the city,
That's
it's probably
true.
like there's probably like fucking great. Like you're gonna be to
There's
this town.
probably
There might be
fucking
like
awesome
great
art.
fucking artists.
That's a really good
Sure,
point.
the best
But
in
it's
the
like
entire
you're
world.
insane, but you really
they're
make
insane.
good art.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be interesting. What if the artists are like kind of a protected class?
Well, we found what we can export. Because those that are afflicted with that particular mania would be producing sculptures unlike anything else.
What if we're going into this city to look for
insane people,
magnificent pieces of art?
Yes, that are creating masterpieces that they refuse to eat or sleep or anything, and
finding
just
the best artisans. That's kind of interesting.
We could be art dealers.
No,
but even like the craftsmen and stuff like that, right? There's still there's still gonna be like some that are gonna build stuff, like, you know, you're gonna have like
the guy that's obsessed of hanging the perfect door.
We like walk up and there's this like massive
creating
cathedral.
The perfect hinge.
Yeah, there's like this like the most beautiful cathedral we've ever seen. We're like, we need to find this guy.
But it wouldn't be the whole cathedral. It would be the most beautiful altar you've ever seen.
It's like gonna be like, yeah, exactly, just one thing amongst ruins,
and the rest of the building is falling
things
apart.
are not maintained, but you're gonna have like those little speck here and there of things that are absolutely like amazing.
That's interesting.
Because you got those. Yeah, I think it's cool.
That would be a cool thing that we could try to trade if we were going to do greed driven, Phil.
Yeah, we can go.
We've heard of someone that's creating something that's just unbelievable and could be valuable. We just have to get it.
Mm-hmm. We try to like manipulate also. It's like we'll go in and be like, try to break them out of their current obsession and then like get them obsessed on ship manufacturing. Hey, can you be really good at breeding horses? Because we're
gonna be like evil really guys that are profiting on the sick.
Well, maybe that's something that some people have tried to do or still trying to do, right? To focus like try to organize.
It's been 30 years. It's got a name. So we're let's call ourselves shapers.
Okay.
And then we go into these places and try to find like these insane artisans.
What's the
stigma? And we've developed a kind of like formulaic way to reset them towards our own ends. You know what I mean?
Does it work?
No. Or it hasn't.
Has it worked?
Has it? Maybe someone.
Is this a good idea? Is what we're talking about a real idea?
I don't know.
Is it a good idea?
Or
before
are we going out of the? Remember, like
the tone was supposed to be horror,
kind of like a horror tone, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're walking into crazy Citadel with hubris up to our ears. We think we can manipulate
a recipe for disaster,
the insanity. If there's anyone that should be a victim of a horror story,
it should be us.
It's the shapers.
But you know what? I like the idea of shaper. I don't know if you like if that might be like I don't know if that's what you should be necessarily, but definitely something that could exist in this world.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're probably kind of like a bit of a shady character. Maybe you could be that. I don't know.
Maybe
We'll talk more.
we work
I
for
like the idea.
We probably have some sort of patron.
I was thinking of the prince. The prince probably, like, some people say he's obsessed because he's afflicted of like trying to put the princedom back together,
Yeah.
like reorganizing society, right?
I like the idea of the prince not being sick, but like, I don't know. He might be. I don't know.
Like, people
Most
don't
people
know,
don't
right?
think. The people that are close to him don't think so, but they're not sure. You know what I mean?
And also they might be sick themselves. Like I like the idea. You see, like, the guards are like kind of like pressing the authority pretty strong.
Yeah.
They probably like forbid people from leaving the island anymore because so many people left. So
they
now
probably got
like,
ordered by the king to quarantine or something. Like, we don't know about it.
Yeah.
Are we shapers, Crispy? Or are we something else?
We want to be shapers. I think shapers sounds
like a villain.
It does to me, because you're pursuing your own aims,
and it's kind of also
the expense of the sick.
Yeah. It's kind of also a pretty good antagonist.
Yeah,
because they may find someone they think is a good artist, and then they'll infect them.
Well,
try to trigger the
think
obsession.
of it this way: like they could trigger an obsession.
Yeah.
They wanted to create high quality forgeries, or they wanted to develop a chemical weapon, or they wanted to. They could take these maniacs and point them in certain directions that would be entirely self-serving or dangerous, or
because it's like much easier to. They've figured out what triggers the obsession, and so it's much easier to do it to a healthy person, to infect them and then craft the obsession rather than reforging an insane person.
But again, that's probably just a rumor, right? That they figure
just
out
a rumor that
all of this is just rumors for you,
exactly.
Mr. Max. You're obviously the arbiter here, but
no, but because like it's always like, I like the idea that your character like have theories and idea about the world and stuff like that, and that's a great one, right? Oh, those shapers, no, they know how to trigger the right. That's fucking great. I love that. Yeah.
Every insane person in the whole world is a conspiracy theory now.
Well, we could maybe
shapers.
Believe that the shapers, that there is a cure, but shapers are sitting on it because it's just too much to their benefit to keep
they only use it when they want to reshape the insane. They don't use it for the commoner.
There's an interesting idea. They could be an Inquisition type movement.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're where it's not entirely clear what their ultimate goal is. They're not obvious about it, like Squirrel is saying here.
Yeah, I think
I'm digging the shapers. I also agree we shouldn't be one.
Or are they the same? The
I don't
shaper
think so.
is the shaper like just like loose individual, maybe working in group, and then there's an organization.
I like the idea of a guild,
Inquisition, or like is there an Inquisition doing something else on top of it, right?
If it's cool with you, I'd rather it just be like this kind of ghost that mothers whisper to their children.
The shapers will get you.
Yeah,
but there definitely
you better not pick your nose, otherwise the shapers will get you.
Yes,
there's definitely should be like some religious zealots of some form, right? Because there's gonna be like people that say like, oh, that's a curse because of your sin, right? We're gonna see something like that.
Yeah,
no,
for sure. I mean, anyone who's religious who goes crazy is going to become a psycho.
Exactly. Yeah, a lot of them are going to be.
And again, not anyone, but
exactly. Like a lot of them, and there's probably a big line
questionable.
Where, like, exactly, like
everything's all the institutions.
Should there not be obvious physical sign there to keep this?
I'm okay with not having an obvious, but I don't mind people like having to like cover it up. You know what I mean? Maybe they have like.
You want to do like I get bitten by a zombie, but I'm gonna put my sleeve on, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there an obvious physical tell or no? Probably not.
I like the
too
idea that it's just like, I like that it's that you cannot tell for sure,
Yeah.
right? It's all
Usually,
fluid.
usually you
There's
can
definitely
tell
a
from the
point.
aggression.
Yeah, there's definitely a point when you can
Yeah.
say like, okay, this person is too far gone,
Yeah.
so he's definitely afflicted. But
Come on,
this
boy.
person, right? And there's probably also debate on how those people should be treated.
hmm
Like the shaper, they could clearly have their view on that.
How contagious is it?
That's not known.
Yeah.
You don't know if it's contagious. It appears to be random. Some people will just get it,
So, like in a household, everyone's living in a one-bedroom house.
and yeah,
Mom, dad, kids. Some kids get it. One of the parents gets it. No one else gets it.
Yeah. I also like the
and
idea of there being a kind of discipline that is like almost like mindfulness, where you like kind of take a moment to meditate to make sure you're not concentrating or obsessing
That
over
could be where
anything.
maybe that's where the religious zealots come in.
that's
That
interesting. Yeah.
Empty your mind.
they are constantly espousing this philosophy of mental emptiness and
Lack of desire.
a Zen state of
Yeah.
a very Taoist type
Yeah.
philosophy where we're never going to get too hot or too cold. We're just going to take a real, but they take
Have you
that
ever-
to an extreme.
Yeah, they take
like,
that to
so
the extreme. Of
so
course
it's
they do.
Yeah, exactly. That's
gray.
interesting.
Everything's gray and
course they do.
bland, and
So
don't.
cool.
It's almost like what is that great movie, Equilibrium, where
Equilibrium.
Yeah.
you don't
That's a great
have
comparison.
just have this constant.
Yeah. It's like
no
1984
emotion.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brave New World shit.
Yeah, but
Art
I
of
like
not
that.
giving.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's. Some people believe. Like, I put that. Some people believe they can keep the affliction away through some practice, right? Spiritual practice.
It's like
Yeah,
aggressive moderation,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
where you're like not. Hey,
But then
Stoicism.
sometime that bring the affliction on them in that sense, in a
Yeah.
weird kind of like way.
and like maybe
They'll spend hours meditating.
they'll just
Yeah.
eventually, not moving from the same spot for days and weeks, and
Just
eventually just dying.
being perfect at wanting nothing and being nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it like creates this wave of catatonia.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kinda
And then
interesting.
you have like those. They probably have a name. They probably have a name that people give them to them. Like it's a trend that you see. Like I guess like people
The
get
vid.
affected, but the vid. Yeah.
The empty.
The emptied. Cool. Yeah, I like the emptied. The hollowed. The emptied.
Emptied.
Like that? Or would be a
IED?
IED. Yeah.
You don't see emptied a lot.
No.
I like it.
Yeah. Square
Okay,
Robinson
what the hell are we doing?
right away definitely has a horror aspect. Yeah, that's what I think as well, right? And I like the suspicion that will lead from that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The art of not doing and mental safeguard.
Mental safeguard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever you're like, I think I'm gonna go do something, like everyone's like, why are you doing anything?
Yeah. Exactly. What are you doing anything? It's suspicious.
Yeah.
And that maybe this the religious zealots have what was that called? Suppressed the homegrown, the main economic good from the island, which was chocolate, which doesn't, because chocolate is seen as going to the excess. It's can't have just one.
That's interesting.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because it's so delicious.
It's seen as it brings it for the zealots, for right or wrong, they see that as the reason why the island was cursed. It's because of the chocolate.
It's so cool. So like
dirty chocolatiers,
any sort of passion is frowned upon.
Is it chocolate? Are you really going with the chocolate thing?
I don't know. I don't think
cool.
I kind of like the idea of us being relic hunters as well.
Yeah. No, but I like. No, I like.
But I mean, we can't sell the chocolate because no one wants to eat it.
But I like the
idea. Yeah.
I like
do
the
you think,
idea of
Chris?
like is it I don't know, the chocolate sound a bit silly to me for some reason.
Well, I mean, it's just a red herring. Like it's not the
Like
real
candy or
reason
something,
why.
like just like
Yeah.
like
We really
yeah,
want
maybe like
money, though.
what if it like sugar,
We're
right?
traders.
Could be sugar. It absolutely could be sugar. Like
And then
maybe that was
you do all kind of like candied stuff, and I
Why?
don't know why.
Yeah.
Like it's
Why do you not like
chocolate, like
chocolate? What's the problem here?
I don't know why it
What's the
bugs me
difference?
because
Well-
I don't know. Maybe because I'm a big chocolate addict myself.
Oh,
So
Strikes too close to home.
Yeah.
It's too close to home. Yeah, I eat like
We
an
can
insane
change it.
amount of
I'm not
Maybe you
married to it.
should empty yourself, brother.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, exactly.
How are you
maybe
feeling?
maybe I have an obsession.
How are you feeling right now?
Yeah.
Do you want
I
the
could go
chocolate
for some
now?
chocolate. Yeah, man, I could go
Can
for
you
some
think of
chocolate. Not gonna
anything
lie.
else?
Why don't you try some vanilla? Would that satisfy you, or must it be chocolate?
It
Can I
kind of
offer you
has
some
to be
salt?
chocolate
I was worried about that.
and pretty
Yes.
dark chocolate. You need to be very cacao-y.
The darker the better, I bet.
Yes.
Sad. To the asylum. I'm sorry.
Let the shapers take him.
Yeah, so let the shapers take.
Yeah, but I really like the idea of having like some kind of, maybe it was a rich island producing a luxury good.
Yeah.
And like this luxury good being blamed.
Yeah, I like the idea of it being a very a good that provides a very strong reaction. And I think chocolate does do that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
it
it's
could be
true.
something that isn't chocolate. If you can think of one that's better than chocolate, I'd be surprised. But
Thought about it and think of something.
Huh? What you got?
I've thought about it, and that's it. It's got to be chocolate.
It's got to be chocolate.
Gotta be
If
chocolate.
we're
So is it
doing
like-
it, if we're
Is it
doing
cacao
the
that you're
trader,
producing?
it should be chocolate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Yeah.
can process it, I guess.
We used to.
Or you're just
All sorts
importing?
of
You're
things.
just importing cacao and
Do we process the cacao on our end, or do we?
No, I think we grow it. I think it's
Should we just grow it and
that's
send it off?
homegrown. Yeah.
or both? You both grow it and process it.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Do we process it, or do we just send it off raw?
Right from the bean all the way through.
Okay.
And you don't. You
We have-
never
we had the
show
perfect
people
climate
outside
for it,
to
we'll
to
really do.
process the chocolate. It was like a secret.
Yeah,
Great.
because it doesn't look edible. Well, you've seen the beans, right?
Well, yeah,
Have you seen it?
gross.
It's disgusting.
It's got the
Yes.
white
Looks gross.
nectar.
Yeah,
Yep.
it looks terrible.
Slimy.
Yeah. So we could do
All right.
chocolate, or
I'll
we could do-
I'll
Can I
live with
talk,
it.
Max? Can I talk, please?
Yes, sorry.
We can do chocolate, or we can do the relic hunter thing. Which one of those sounds better to you, Crispy?
Well, I don't see them as mutually exclusive. I think we're talking about the economic backbone of the island and the but I also like the idea of you and I are relic hunters in going into a dead city looking for these relics that
I
are
feel like
or
relic
things that were produced by the maniacs once they're afflicted with the disease.
Yeah.
Can we name the disease?
Yes.
It's got to be something like colloquial, you know?
Yeah.
Mm. It's like the something like the grips, or like the, obviously not the grips, but I'm saying like something like that, you know?
Kids.
The I don't know. I like the idea of being I think relic hunting in the city that no one is going into is a prime opportunity to interact with some fine shapers.
What about something like the fervor?
Oh, that's good. I like
Fervor
that.
sounds like fever. It's really good.
It's like fever, but it's not a fever.
Yeah, it's not fever, but it
It's a
sounds like,
fervor.
it sounds like fever enough.
And it fit with what it does, right?
Are you feeling fervish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like it.
I don't think
Think
that's a
very good.
word, but
Fervish. You got a touch of the fervor.
It's her touch of the ferv.
Are you feeling
You got
fervy?
the ferv? Are you ferving today?
All right, man. He's being a bit fervy right now.
Yeah, that's right. Don't mind her.
This guy's acting
She's
like
on
a
the
real
ferv.
ferv. Yeah,
Ah, be careful. Like those guys, they're fervs.
yeah. Getting a real fervy vibe. Cool.
If you were exporting a lot of this luxury good, right, chocolate,
Mhm.
would people from the continent have come to see what's happening, or maybe they heard what maybe in the first few years, and they decide let's not go there, so we don't bring that thing over here.
Oh.
And since it's not unknown how it's transmitted, then they wouldn't be buying something they'd eat. So
When
no
they
trade.
were doing like Black Plague stuff, they didn't have germ theory, right?
No
What were they thinking then?
humors.
Huh?
Witches,
That it was witches.
yeah, witches, curse. They blame the cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There some theories of humors. You had bad humors. It wasn't
Yeah.
germ theory. It was humor theory.
Yeah, but that they didn't link that to the
later on.
plague. They didn't. No, it was around the time, but they didn't link that to the plague. Humor was more about like little like everyday disease, or like if you have high blood pressure and stuff like that, what we would call like like if you have diabetes, you
They
can
were
tell the
bleeding people back then, weren't
urine.
they? Like they
What?
were doing some bleeding.
Get rid of
Yes.
humors.
to balance the humors. Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Chocolate manufacture and stuff frowned upon, if not outlawed. So we have to utilize this port because we're basically smuggling our shit off the island.
Yeah, because the religious zealots, the emptied,
We can't.
are going to crack down on it.
The bribes have gotten too astronomical.
Right.
Also, you're trying to.
Almost like people have the ferv,
So who outlawed? Is it the importing, like on the continent, that has been outlawed?
No, the manufacturer, because chocolate is
It is
something
blamed.
people get obsessed with easily.
So it has been blamed to the point of being outlawed.
Yeah.
Maybe taxed to obsolescence.
The taxes, civilizations collapse.
Yeah. I don't know.
Also,
someone has decided that they really don't like chocolate.
The zealots
suspiciously excited
as a form of penitence. You have to give that up.
It's too much pleasure.
But there's no civilization, so taxes. Well,
no, there is
a
civilization. It's just no one has faith in any of the pillars of it. But people are still like doing it.
So there is still a figurehead of some kind. Just no one trusts them.
Yeah, but they have the force of arms to back them up. So
how are they paying?
What's that? Do we have revolutions going on?
This is Max has said he wanted this to be a principality, right? So it has a standing army, a guard.
Yeah, there's some guards.
How
yeah,
do they?
Some like it's diminished. Because there's probably like some barons, stuff like that, that would, when the banners are called, they raise an army, stuff like that, right?
But for 30 years, no one's been coming or going.
Well, they try at first to, the guards and the barons, stuff like that. They were quite active trying to contain but at some point they kind of gave up. And a lot of them got sick as well. About the chocolate thing, I was just thinking, sorry, because of who are you selling it to?
The mainland. We're trying to find a new buyer because it's like outlawed. I mean,
maybe it's because nobody has tasted this for 30 years.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe like because there's still some people like producing chocolate because that's what they used to do and they're obsessed with it, right? So there's but there's nobody like nothing's getting out of the island. And so there's just stockpile that have been accumulated, and then maybe that's what you want to bring on the mainland now, because you think we're gonna make bang because nobody had any for so long.
Yeah, it's just a question of like, I guess I don't know how long chocolate's good for.
Maybe it was preserved some way.
Okay.
Wrapped
If it's even a dry place, it lasts very long.
Yeah. Maybe it just recently got outlawed. I don't know.
Or maybe it's just like there's always new chocolate being produced because you got those fervy people that are still producing them, and it basically just go to waste.
Mm-hmm.
And now that's your plan, right? Oh, we should grab some of that. And
there you go. Justin says dark chocolate is a shelf life of 2 years. So if this would have to be preserved some way. Zonalar, that's what I thought. The fervor is lethal. You literally starve in the process of performing your mastercraft.
Yeah. That definitely happens, I think.
It just takes longer because something about the disease prolongs that. So you have time to create something of some masterpiece, potentially.
You got to have it real bad to not drink water. So you got to have it real bad to not drink water.
Right.
Yeah, but like I think that's probably like your biological needs are probably like reduced. You're kind of like sustained by indulging in your mania. There might be some organization that goes around trying to help those people,
like force feeding them and giving them water.
Yeah, or just like disturbing them long enough so they can eat and drink. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe there's like some charitable organizations that bring around water.
Like loved ones would try to like feed their loved one or care for the loved one.
But I like the idea of like kind of maybe a monk organization, and maybe some of them are in their way affected, right?
Yeah, they're
and that becomes their obsession.
With giving everyone with feeding you water.
Yeah,
it's like always walking up to you. Drink it. I'm thirsty, good, bro. I'm good.
Yeah, they want to. They always like. No, you need to eat. You need to eat to survive. You need to drink.
Don't you like drink?
Yeah. The feeder.
The feeders. Yeah. I like the idea of them having like their own names like that. It's a feeder, that's an eater.
The shapers, the eaters.
Okay, so we are
what?
So we are, if we're doing the chocolate thing, I like the idea of it being outlawed now. Maybe recently. And we have a whole crop of chocolate, but we also want to set up an outlet. So we are going to go try and secure a port and then try to set it up so that crazies don't get in there. Like dispatch whoever needs dispatching, and then start shipping out the chocolate to where the maps say the mainland is.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The only thing is like that I'm bothered with that is like I wanted the communication with the mainland being cut, right?
That doesn't change the maps. So we're entrepreneuring it. We have
that's the
get rich quick
risk.
Scheme.
Yeah, this is the risk of our enterprise.
So basically, what you're trying to reopen the.
Did Christopher Columbus have communication with the New World, Max?
No.
That sounds like a really good idea.
Yeah. No, I like it.
So, and then when we get to the mainland, you can decide whether or not everyone's crazy over there. How much of a nightmare it is.
They all have it.
Yeah.
Maybe we did export it.
We actually got off easy because we're an island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually way more developed over there.
But like, so do we say that like at some point the prince said nobody can leave the islands anymore, because like so much of the population left.
Yeah.
So he put a moratorium on that. And that disrupted the export, obviously. And you're an entrepreneur and say, you know what, we're gonna fucking defy this law because we can
No,
make
because
bank.
that's been at least a couple decades since they turned off the
Yeah.
leaving the island, right? So we are wanting to export it because they recently outlawed chocolate. I feel like that could be something that was recently outlawed. But we have all this, capital invested. We're like, we got to do something
So
about
the trade
chocolate,
of chocolate
otherwise
was
we're
still going on
screwed.
internally on the island.
Sorry again?
The trade of chocolate was still happening inside the island.
Yeah, people eat chocolate on the island.
Because it was one of our main exports.
Yeah, we would sell it
A
to
lot of
the
people would have
locals.
had the fervor for continuing that.
Yeah.
What?
No, I'm just wondering, like, what was the chocolate business before the ban?
We sold it to the locals.
Okay. And now they say we cannot sell it to the locals
Can't
anymore.
sell it to the locals, so now we're going to try and reestablish our connection to the mainland and sell chocolate.
So
Yeah,
you
under
were selling
pressure
it to
from the
locals.
zealots. Yeah, the zealots pressured or lobbied the prince or whoever is in the office of the prince now to stop our trade because they were worried too many people were enjoying the.
Yeah, or they just bribed the guards.
Or they bribed somebody to shut us down.
Yeah, city guards can be told to do things without the prince.
Yeah. And our only chance left to us now is to go into the city that no one goes to because it's the Citadel is it's the place where the most mad go when they're past a certain point where the family can't care for them anymore, when they've attacked others, they go to the Citadel.
So we got smuggled.
But what other choice do we have? We got to go to the Citadel. It's a port city.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big port city of deep sea port.
How do you feel about that premise, Crispy?
How do we feed ourselves?
How do we feed?
Answer your question. Like, is there fishing off the island? Like, it's an island, so I would think fishing fleets, but are they even allowed if the prince is forbidding any emigration of any kind?
Well, the small fishing boats are probably allowed, and there's probably still some people leaving. But the island's probably pretty far off coast.
So small fishing vessels are unlikely to make.
Exactly.
So maybe my character or your character has convinced the other one that there are probably some great ships at the Citadel that have been abandoned.
Thinking I might have connections with the fishing fleets.
Yeah.
And it's
but we've got to get
no, not the fishing fleets. I'm just saying that there's there's a large port in the Citadel.
Right.
And it's been abandoned, so maybe there's some large shipping vessels sitting there waiting for someone.
Exactly. Yeah. So we're not going to use the fishing fleets to do this, but I know a few sailors that could handle a larger vessel.
Yeah,
we just get.
I see.
We got to get a larger vessel.
Smart.
We can get a crew together, we recruit a crew, but we have to first find the ship. So our short-term goal is find a ship.
Maybe you can have some shipper try to find you some sailor.
Well, we'll need, if we can get a shaper, especially if the ship isn't seaworthy, we're going to need to get a shaper to find us a carpenter that can
build the finest ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or someone that's got a textile fervor to build to sew the sails or something, repair the sail.
Yeah. Problem with the shapers is obsessed work takes like 3 times as long to get it right.
Right, because
we just put the nail in the board, for God's sakes.
Exactly.
We're so obsessed,
and we have to keep it all on the down low because if the authorities find out or the zealots find out, they'll shut us down.
Or the shaper.
So we got a lot of.
Is the authority fighting against the shaper?
I would say so. Like the authorities are trying to stamp out the disease, and the shapers are like, no, we just need to direct it.
Yeah. So being a shaper is probably quite shady.
Yeah,
I'm
super
sure
cheap.
that the public policy is to frown upon the activities of the shapers, but I'm sure the crown also employs shapers.
Hmm.
Under the
And
table.
it's probably also
Yeah.
unclear how
Because
successful the
they're
shaper
really
are.
useful.
Is it quackery, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Should
Well,
be.
there'd be lots of charlatans that were claiming that they can do something
Yeah.
they can't. I like Squirrel's idea here. Seems to make sense to
Yeah.
the shapers to keep the
Yeah.
fervored fed.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
maybe
I
it's
think
part of
that
that.
makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the shapers are quietly funding the monasteries that are helping feed these
Yeah.
afflicted people.
I like
keep
the
them
idea of these
alive.
robed figures, like kind of just following around these obsessive task makers, and then just like putting a piece of more food in their mouth, and they just go, just like totally focused on their task. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's like these hooded little bastards.
Yeah.
Okay, but so we have some opponents. We've got a short-term goal,
And
long-term goal.
opponents
What's our
/
long-term
potential
goal?
allies, just so we're clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, of course.
Yeah, and we have like different
Best
faction,
mind.
different group, different.
Yeah, the religious side.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we can go slowly crazy if we decide our player character should go slowly crazy, which is great.
Yeah.
All right,
But
cool.
like, why we're trying to do this, you and I, we're trying to move
maybe
this
we're
trade good,
brothers or
luxury good.
cousins, and this is our family business. We're chocolatiers.
Yeah, maybe we're our family was an owner of one of the largest or oldest, the
Yeah.
original
If we
plantation
if
that
we can't
was
sell
making chocolate.
if we can't sell chocolate, our family is bankrupt, basically.
But are you, if you go to the mainland to bring chocolate, do you plan on coming back after? Or is that like you're out, right? Oh, we're gonna bring this huge, we're gonna make riches out there, and then we're gonna live
That's
over
the
there.
question.
I'm sure I have a
that's the question.
family.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it's to make
My
so
character's got a
much
family, yeah.
that we can hire another fast ship to come back, pick up our family and a bunch of plants so that we could try to start up the industry somewhere off the island.
Yeah.
Maybe you can have a disagreement between the both of you on this plan.
Yeah. Maybe
you don't
maybe
have
one
to
of us
agree
is
on
like, no, we have to just stay away. This is our chance to get out.
Yeah, I mean, I think the move is wait and see what it's like on the other side. I mean,
Yeah, that's also something
gonna be
something
great on the
interesting
other
to think
side.
about. Like if you have like people that you know in your family that have been afflicted and stuff like that.
everyone's
I
got
imagine
someone
it's
they
touched
know.
every family. I imagine.
Yeah.
One in two people suffer from the fervor eventually.
1 in 2, 50% infection rate.
Yeah, it's like cancer.
Yeah. But it's a different level, right? So some people
At different ages too.
Yeah.
The most tragic ones are the young.
Yeah.
Like,
and of course,
because they
there's no
get-
way of knowing if someone actually is or not until it's obvious, of course.
until it's obvious. What about other rumor? Some people like get mutated by the in very late stage.
What about that old rumor?
They get some people
That
like
rumor-
some people say like if
That
you get
rumor
like
we all
very
know
deep
about. Yeah.
in the I don't know if it's true or not. Some people get mutated.
Yeah, it's fine.
From
right.
the
Fervor changes them into something else, not entirely human. Or
Yeah.
how about this, Max?
some kind of manifestation of
Eventually-
their obsession.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that, like the manifestation, though, maybe at some point when they're so far gone, they all start congregating in a certain place, or they all start building or drawing the same drawings, or they almost like their
That's interesting.
Their collective conscience is merging into something that's not entirely recognizable as human.
Oh, at some point they start to develop like common goal.
They all develop a common goal,
shared
but it's some
consciousness.
incomprehensible goal, and it's happening at the Citadel.
Like,
The Citadel is
maybe.
like probably like the first place where the affliction started. So it's like the place that is the most far gone, right?
We don't know no one can understand what it is they're doing.
And also,
They're
like
doing something.
like again, like those are vague rumor, right? You're
Yeah,
but
Sure.
something's happening, right? And
I'm
that's
sure it's not even real.
yeah.
I
Because
wouldn't
like
worry
you
too
hear
much
like some
about
people
it.
say, "Oh yeah, my cousin went to the Citadel and this thing was happening," and then like, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so like when we tell people we're going to the Citadel, we told like one person, and they're like, "What are you going? Why?" Because
It
they
could be
think
something.
they instantly think we're suffering from fervor
Well, like their late
Oh,
stage
because
fervor. Yeah.
because we have a desire to
Because
go to the
late stage
Citadel.
fervor, they all want to go to the Citadel where they all just stand there staring up at the sky
Yeah, we don't
for
actually know
day
what's
and
going
night.
on over there.
We don't know what they're doing. They just
Yeah.
yeah, no,
eventually, if
you don't know what they're doing, but you know that like people that are very advanced in the fervor do
go there.
tend to want to go to the Citadel at some point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And some point, like
we know
like their
because they never
fervor was
stopped
like,
talking about it.
or they just leave at some point. Like they were
They just leave.
fervorously doing something for like years,
Yeah.
And then they'll
obsessively,
stop
and at
without
some point it
warning,
just stop, and it
and they
just turn
move
around,
and
and
they leave
you
for the
cannot
Citadel.
stop them. They move toward the.
That's cool.
And some people
That
say they just go there
introduce
to
more of
die.
a horror.
So that's why we can't
yeah,
tell anyone what we're doing.
yeah,
Yeah,
because they'll think that we're late stage.
They'll put us in the
But
asylum.
that introduces a neat kind of horror aspect to it because they could just they
We
go
see
don't know
like
blank
those weird
eyed
these
and
hordes of
pilgrimage,
people are
like
doing.
the
they make a
pilgrim.
pilgrimage.
Yeah.
Walking barefoot night and day, bloody feet, doesn't matter. Nothing slows them down.
Yeah.
So they get to the Citadel where they just stand there, motionless,
Yeah,
staring at
there
the
you go.
sky.
Like they even say they can talk to the divine directly. Maybe.
Yeah.
You know, some people probably say that.
Well, yeah, there'd
Probably
be
some
some that would
people
be
say
like,
that the affliction is actually like, oh, it's a boon. It's something. It's
yeah,
you know,
it's a
blessed.
they're
It's a blessing.
what is that called? It's a rapture. Like they're experiencing some kind of rapturous event.
Yeah.
There
Some
might have
sort
been
of
some
death.
people that try to.
Some sort of valuing the death of ego, sort of.
Yeah. Yeah. There are probably some people trying to emulate the people afflicted with the fervor.
Right.
They don't have it, but they try to
Mhm.
almost like trigger it in themselves, like focusing on one thing obsessively.
Right.
But they don't have like the being sustained by the disease, so they still need
That's
to take care of their
yeah.
need.
That's an interesting foil to the religious zealots that are arguing the exact opposite. Like you,
Yeah, because
So
nobody
people will
knows.
like try to be obsessed on things.
Yeah,
and attempt to forfeit their will.
Some
That's
things.
interesting.
The fervor
Anyways,
is a blessing.
good characters, huh?
Yes.
I feel strong about our premise here.
Yeah, I like that there's a lot of lead
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of things that people can think, and just like feel a bit fleshed out, like it, but not too much either.
All right.
There's lots of connections between the various groups. There's connections between the principality and the zealots, the shapers, and all of them. Those that think it's a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, in the late stage, they suddenly switch and move toward the Citadel.
Okay, so
yes,
we got bartering, we got farming, laboring.
Yeah, do you have a character sheet ready?
I
Printed?
one.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
The disease sustain their body.
What do you want to? What do you want your character to be there, Crispy?
I'm trying to think of something I haven't done.
Okay.
I
feel like one of us should be like the get rich quick guy. The other one should be the sensible guy.
I'm thinking about being more obsessed about the family legacy. Being the one that's
already obsessed. Jeez.
Well, maybe not obsessed, but like like maybe one of the older surviving members of the family.
Okay, you could take that.
That
You could be
has all of
the what's that called? The what's the like the head man? What's that called?
Not the patriarch of the family. Yeah, I was thinking more like the uncle of the, or like a brother of the guy that of the patriarch.
So we have a brother.
So the patriarch develops fervor, and he's now so far gone.
He like is always in the cocoa fields. He's like always farming.
Yeah. Always.
He's like a laborer, even though he's like this millionaire. We're like, dude,
and I'm like,
we got people that can do this.
And do you sustain him?
Of course,
I do, but in my own way.
We love that man.
We got to get the.
I want him to be my father, and I want you to be his brother. Can we do that?
Yeah, I could be the uncle.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna be like Crispy. You're gonna be the one a little older that maybe remind you.
Yeah.
Maybe when you were young, you kind of remind the.
I remember. I have faint memories of the before time, where it was an island of plenty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there an event that happened that people like blame the curse on outside of chocolate? Like, was there like a peasant revolt at some point, and then people saw it's because
we got too wealthy too quickly, and
probably, like everybody probably have a theory, right, for what caused this curse.
I don't know that we're targeted. I think it's just kind of like a casualty of what's going on, you know. Maybe there are other chocolatiers around. Maybe chocolate is like a big deal, and then they're just like, it's too good. You guys are having too much fun. Ban it.
Were you one of the most prominent family?
Yeah, I'd say
we're chocolatiers. You can't be that.
We're one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not the biggest, but not the smallest either. Middle of the pack.
Think about the most famous chocolatier.
Yeah.
That's how prominent.
We're Calabo. The Calabo family.
The old Calabos.
Calabo.
Everyone knows who the Calabos
right? Famous chocolatier, Calabos.
Yeah, the Calabos.
Calabo chocolate.
I don't mind doing the whole. I came back from the army and I'm freaking. You know what's like? Oh my god! How can I forget that guy's name? What's freaking Pacino's name? Godfather.
Oh.
I can't believe I forgot that.
I can't remember. Sorry.
I feel like you should know, Crispy, and I'm disappointed.
I should know.
All right.
Gangster.
Yeah.
I can remember Fredo.
Yeah, and I can remember Michael.
Michael, that's his name.
Oh, was that a Pacino?
The
Toblerone family. I like it, Squirrel. That's good. I like
Michael
it a lot.
Toblerone. Holy shit. Are we going to be called the Toblerones? Probably not. That'd be too funny.
Yeah.
But also awesome. Michael Corleone. That's his name. All right. So that'd be an option, and that lets me sneak in combat skills if we wanted to do that.
Well, if you probably also have like some training, if you're like higher up in the society, right? You probably like there's probably some expectation that you would kind of like noble kind of thing, right? You would know some to duel, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably.
So
I am the second generation, right? So that means I have had the advantage of a wealthy upbringing.
Yeah.
So I'm classically trained, educated.
Probably, yeah.
Whereas Crispy's more of a salt of the earth type.
I don't know.
Well, I was thinking that maybe maybe my connection is I was more into the business side of things.
Okay.
Like I was more to negotiate buyers overseas. That I was being groomed or trained to go to the continent and other potential markets and sell the goods. Of course, that all disappeared.
Are we going to have any useful skills?
I don't think so. That's what I was just thinking.
Or just
Well,
going to be worthless?
you probably also
Completely worthless.
You're certainly like pick up some fighting skill too, just from living in this collapsed society, right? There's probably like a lot of like unrest and shit like that, no?
I guess.
It's almost like a bit, almost, not quite, but almost post-apocalyptic, right?
Almost what? What was the last thing you said?
Post-apocalyptic.
Post-apocalyptic, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What am I doing? I don't want to play this character.
You don't want to play this character? What do you want to
I don't want to play a Fortunate Son type. Is that interesting?
You can do something else.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not
just
part
kind
of the
of
family.
like can I just be your man, Crispy?
Well, here, what about this?
Yeah.
What if we're not
walking into the Citadel without muscle, right?
Well, I just had a thought because I was struggling to get excited about this character too. What if we what if we're not actually the family?
Yeah.
What if we work for the family and they've always treated us really well and we've seen the fervor claim them and we're like, you know what? We've got to do something. This family has treated us well and like I could be maybe a butler or something.
Or maybe you're not related to the family at all and you're just like
scumbag. I'm not related to the family.
Like, this family is gone. Let's grab their shit. Let's dress in their clothes and let's try
and ship a bunch of chocolate to the mainland.
Yeah, you wanted to play a street rat, right? That could be it, right? You're just like you're not the street rat in the Citadel, but you're like this kind of like scoundrel that
and
do anything to
I'm the
survive.
guy. I'm the rat that sees the sinking ship, and I call a guy that I know is kind of got connections with some of the shadier shapers around.
That's interesting.
So like I was a laborer in the plantation, but now it's been shut down. And so
one of us has the get rich quick scheme of let's put all no one's watching this chocolate anymore. We can go get it all, put it on a wagon, and ship it out to the mainland, and then we can go live on the mainland.
Exactly.
Get away from this hell.
Just get away. We just want to
live fat on our chocolate money.
Exactly. The whole thing is going to collapse into nothing in another 10 to 20 years. We don't want to be around for it. Let's get out of here.
I don't hate this idea at all, actually.
Yeah, I think that's good.
I think that's pragmatic.
Yeah.
And then on the way, we can kind of steal some artifacts from the Citadel, from the artisans.
These people are all just waiting around for death anyway.
Yeah.
That's all they're doing. Nobody can show any initiative. If you show any kind of ambition, then you're accused of having the
It's never been easier to take advantage of people.
So basically the character is like
we just turned evil all of a sudden.
Well, you're doing what you need to survive, right? Just like, but basically the idea would be like, from what I understand here, and correct me if I'm wrong, if I read that wrong, what your goal is to break the nobody can leave the island.
Yeah.
You want to leave the island, and you say, but you have a plan that we're gonna bring a bunch of chocolate on the mainland. They won't have any for a while, so we can sell it for good money when we're there, and we can also grab some loot in the city, like some artifact and stuff like that, artistry. Cool. No, is that like would that be it?
Yeah.
I think one of us should have a fisherman's background, and I don't mind being the one.
I agree. And you want to be the fisherman background?
I don't mind being a fisherman.
Well, let's do that.
Okay, so
because I'm going to need somebody to handle the boat, right?
I'm a fisherman, and I used to take fish to this chocolatier, or I would take it to the shapers, and the shapers were like feeding these guys. I don't know. That's an option. Maybe not. Why are the shapers feeding the chocolatiers? I don't know. Forget that.
Do
Okay,
you know
so
any shaper, or do you hope to get in contact with shapers?
We want to make
I think if
contact,
anyone knows a
just in-
shaper, it should
we
be
need it.
Crispy. I'll be the fisherman, but I could be like supplying fish to shapers to like feed their flock or whatever. Their
Yeah, I mean, I
workers.
could know the family's hired shapers to help those that get afflicted within the family, and I
Yeah.
know a couple of them.
But
Who
it's
were
like
buying food or fish that were buying the catch off of your
yeah.
fishing
Because
boat.
if
It's
you're a
just like
fisherman,
my coworkers just around me are just like going crazy. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I guess
Well,
I'm gonna just
and
take
now,
advantage of
the
everyone.
edict has just come down that they're putting a moratorium on chocolate sales,
what
and so
about
we're like, you know what, it's got to go. It's
Yeah.
got to happen now.
wait, I got an idea here about, like, was bored a bit with this banning of chocolate. What about if there's like some shaper that kind of got a license and are employed by the state, and they want to everybody that is fervor about like producing chocolate, they don't want to produce chocolate anymore. That's why they ban it, because they want them to produce more useful crop, like that can feed people.
Yeah.
Because people can just eat chocolate. So that's why they clamp down. Like, would that be all right? That's why they clamp down. Part of the reason of the clamp, maybe like some people say like, oh, chocolate is too inducing, and that's induced fervor. Maybe some people say that. Some people agree kind of with them, think not that's goofiness, but we need to have those people that want to produce food, that want to produce chocolate, actually have them produce fruits and vegetables that can sustain
Right.
people more, because that's probably a
'Cause
big thing,
there's
right? And
yeah.
now they want to send those shaper there. That makes sense,
Sure.
because like that's the thing.
I'm
Like, and
not
if you're a
following. I'm
fisher,
sorry.
So
oh,
he's
that-
like
like-
saying,
like-
look, we really need to be growing turnips or something to keep people alive. We don't need a
Right.
luxury cash crop like
So the
chocolate.
shapers are
We need a
they're
staple
sent by probably the crown to shift this
to say,
agricultural.
you're going to be plow under this and put in
Yeah.
wheat or something. We got to
That's
do
kinda
something
cool.
just to keep.
But they have this warehouse full of chocolate.
yeah.
It's just gonna rot there.
Yeah.
And you say let's.
So
let's
do
take
you
advantage of
know
that.
about the chocolate, or do I know about the chocolate? Who's got the lead? I think you should have the lead, and I got the boat.
You get the boat. You're
Yeah.
our ticket off.
Yeah.
Well, you've got a lead on a bigger boat, because we're going to need a bigger boat, right? There's rough seas.
Do we
Your
know
fishing
there's bigger
boat's not
boat?
gonna-
I feel like we should know nothing about what's at the Citadel. It's just kind of like a
Just a
shot in
rumor
the
that
dark.
there's a big
It's just
a
Hail Mary.
it's a Hail Mary that there's a larger ship.
Yeah.
Again, we need a more sturdy hull to get us across the deep blue ocean, right?
Yeah.
Deep water.
You asked me to use a fishing boat, and I'm like, you're gonna need a bigger boat.
Yeah,
We're
I'm
gonna
like,
need
well,
a bigger
why can't we-
boat, Crispy.
Especially because we're going to try to load up a whole load of luxury goods, plus whatever other wealth we can lift off the those that are caught in the rapturous fervor. that
You're not
they're
gonna like
need
my
that jewelry.
suggestion.
Anyone who's
probably
wearing
got-
rings.
The only big boats around here are probably at the Citadel. And you're gonna be like, why does this guy want to go to the Citadel?
The Citadel. Can't go to the Citadel.
What do you think? I got the fervor?
Yeah, that's right. You
Yeah.
feeling okay?
We gotta get to the
How
Citadel.
badly do you want to go fishing?
Maybe maybe
I really want
since
to
you
go
had-
fish.
maybe like while you were fishing, you were trying, because like there's like the Citadel, Durhavre. It's
Yeah.
probably like, I guess you can call it the Citadel. It's probably like a colloquial name.
Yeah.
But it's probably like the only deep sea port on the island.
hmm
And there
I
was
call it Durhavre.
No, it's Durhavre.
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 you have to put some more R in there.
That's like you're
Durhavre.
taking out consonants and adding phlegm.
Yes,
Durhavre.
that's Francais.
It's my revenge for not being able to say the H and TH.
It's like
Yeah, that's right. It's the
French
for the
revenge.
the three.
We call it
Yeah.
Napoleon's revenge.
But
Okay.
there you go. That's such a cool name for location, but I think it's saying the Fervor
Yeah,
Citadel.
of course it is.
But no, Durhavre is the cool name. What I was thinking like could be like would fit with this character that is fisherman, because village that are on the coast, maybe they would get some stuff on ship, but then you have to do like the with the dinghy, right? And probably like when you were going fishing with your boat, you were looking for ship around, and you couldn't see some. So then you came to the conclusion, well, if we want to find them, it's gonna be at the port.
Our
If
best
they're
chance.
anywhere.
Yeah.
It's a deep water, like it's a it's a deep port.
I do know
It's
that
the
they
only
do
harbor
have
that
that
could have it.
port. So it's the only chance.
Yeah.
It's at the Citadel. I like the idea.
Yeah,
I like that idea. And then
you've been-
if it's not there, we can just employ some shapers.
and
Or
have
force-
them build one. Yeah.
Force some shapers to build one for us.
Yeah, it's like a Hail Mary, right? A last try.
Yeah. So last shot.
I think that's cool.
I like it.
And
So
I think also
I'm
like
gonna
the
be
fisherman angle is interesting as well, because like I said, food is probably going to be a big concern for people, right?
yeah.
People
I
that are
think
not
I'm
affected.
slowly being able to play the concept I had. Because
Okay.
like this is the only way to make it out. Like I've come to terms with the fact that I might have to do something to live. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everyone's starting to like imprison everyone. Like it's getting
Mhm.
No one
crazy.
trusts anyone. Everyone's accusing each other.
The asylum's getting real.
And now, like, and
committing hungry.
now with the crown starting to employ shaper.
Yeah, and
What's
shapers of all
what's my
people.
session 0 method, Justin? What is this? What is that?
Should have done
The
the
5
game
minutes?
skills session 0 method. Oh, it's the 5 minutes one. The
5 minute session 0.
5 minute session 0. Well, but now we're developing a bit more of a
Well,
world.
we're doing a longer. This is we're investing. No session 0. That's fair.
Why?
All right. So I think I'm back. I'm back into the street rat.
Sounds good.
I like that. What you want to do, Crispy? Then
Thinking kind of like one of their lead hands in the family. Like I was the laborer.
So you're like the
Maybe
last
been there
remaining
for a
chocolatier.
while. Yeah, like one of the last guy, like the guy that has the know-how, right?
Yeah.
Just in the background, making sure everything gets done.
Like you're one of the only people that had a real conversation with a shaper that was like, we got to do turnips now, dude.
Yeah, and like one of the shapers like gave me the heads up. Hey, listen, buddy, you know they're shutting down this all these operations.
You can be the head turnip farmer now.
Yeah, and they're like,
we're gonna
hope you like turnip.
We're gonna start going to work on your family, manipulating their subconscious.
I hate turnips.
Well, we need turnips.
But that's what I'm thinking. More of like the lead hand. Think of like the farm manager kind of guy.
Like the farm manager. I mean, the prince is almost obsessed with turnips, you could say.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, is that an accusation there?
Yeah, it's Prince.
Yeah, you can never say the prince is obsessed with something. That's
the prince I would almost get a fervor for turnip.
Yeah,
that would be like a very bad thing to say.
Very fervently
like that. You can't say that, dude. You can't say that.
Oh,
don't say that.
Sorry.
But yeah, I know. I hear you. Wink, wink. Not. So that's what I was thinking. So a little older.
So you're a manager.
Are you a manager?
Farm manager.
You're farm manager.
Did you climb up the rank from just working on the farm?
Yep.
He slowly became the only person with free will on the farm.
Just picking the big pods that are the cocoa beans are in, and just doing all the jobs. I've done all the jobs.
Yeah, that's cool.
I like where that's going. Like I feel like we're moving away from the Charlie's chocolate factories. Even though
no one was ever Charlie's chocolate factory.
I was scared of
it. In a horror game, yeah.
Well, no.
Actually, you could turn Charlie's the chocolate factory into a vicious horror setting.
Well, it kind of is, right?
Pretty dope.
It is horror. It's horrific. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking. So, skills more based in that labor with some knowledge of farming and
gonna start having second thoughts pretty much in the first minute of the game. Be like, let's just go back, and you're gonna have to talk me down off a ledge a couple times probably.
I'll just have to sit you down and say, there is no back.
Yeah,
This is it. There's
back
nothing
there to the turnips.
Because I've had conversations with shapers.
Yeah.
This is just the first step. It's going to get worse.
Have you ever eaten a turnip? You're like, no, I've never.
Yeah. No, have you ever lived in a principality where the prince has got the fervor? That's what we're dealing with. The
Good
rumors
question.
are true.
Couldn't say one way or the other.
It's going to get a whole lot worse.
Yeah.
And people will starve because
All right,
I've worked these
fine.
lands.
I'll go along
I've
with
worked
the
the
plot.
lands. You can't just tear down these orchards and vines and vineyards and plant it with turnips and expect more than one season of crops. It's going to absolutely decimate the soil.
Do you know anything about soil pH?
I do, but not as pH. I just know that crop isn't going to work here.
Yeah. Idiot. Yeah, I like it.
All right, you want to get some skill?
Yeah, okay.
I like where you're going with that, with all that, guys. Sorry for the cats.
The cats are hilarious. I love it.
Ooh. Am I going to be a desert goblin in this one, or?
No.
Probably not.
You in the desert goblin.
No, it's all human.
Island
right?
Boy.
You're an island boy.
You can be. Just start all your attributes at 2.
Oh, okay.
I'll let it raise. Don't worry about it.
So pencil.
Yes, pencil.
Got it.
Don't ink anything, and don't write too dark either.
Good erasing.
Need to let my dog out. So I'm just gonna do
All
that
right.
now before we keep going.
All right, yeah, better, because like a lot of it is gonna be better if you're both there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then here, just give me a second. I just got to get something to drink.
All right, I'll go look at what the chat
second.
says, since you all leaving me. Zonalar, say organized craftsmanship that needs more than 3 people has become nigh impossible. Probably. Because everybody like wants to work on their own thing, right? At some point, like just like become a problem. If you can like focus them, I guess that's the whole point of the the whole point of the shaper, right? Yeah. The Fervor Citadel. Yeah. That could have been a good name for maybe I'll rename the session to the Fervor Citadel. Now that instead of the Maddened, since we have like the name of the disease now, right? I feel like session 1 is gonna be like an exercise who's gonna be the most emo person. I don't know. I don't think those guys are gonna be like very emo like. We'll see. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, the guild are probably like not very. That's interesting. You were taught since childhood to never show any interest in anything. Lest the fervor will get you. That's an interesting concept. There's probably like a big part of the population that say like, oh, you're like, don't be a tryhard, right? It's probably like, well, if you don't invest too much in, it's okay to do stuff, but don't invest too much, right? Because otherwise you're gonna get a fervorish about it. Yeah. Yeah, those skill, the skill you get, like, yeah, when you're a little noble, very useful in the collapse society. Heraldry, finance, fencing, etiquette, hygiene. I guess hygiene is always useful. I guess. Yeah. The day the first fervent was reported was the fervent. Yeah, I like that. The prince celebrated the opening of the very first chocolate fountain. That's probably like some people probably believe that. It might be old wives' tale. Who knows, right? I like this setting. I think it's I like those guys, like the contribution that those guy brought. Yeah. Hello, Crispy.
Hey, I'm
Oh,
back.
Phil is in chat. What is that?
What?
What's happening,
in the
Phil?
chat? What are you doing in the chat?
The chocolate party. Yeah. Oh, he's out with the dog. Yeah. Don't say the F word. We said the the fervent. Oh, the F word. That's be the F word. Fervor. Yeah.
A fervor.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's gonna be renamed from the Maddened Citadel to the Fervent Citadel or something like what the
Fervent.
Fervor Citadel.
So yeah.
The Fervor Citadel. I was like,
Yep.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Any other thought, Crispy, while we wait for Phil to come back?
No, I think I like where this is going. I like it. I like how it on the surface it seems silly, but it's really not that silly. An island nation have a major export. This is the I don't expect chocolate to keep coming up. It's just that it's the tool for us to get off this island.
Yeah. I'm okay with it now. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, chocolate, really, guys? But I'm okay with it now. It grew on me.
It grew on you good.
Yeah. Yeah. And I like a lot of the I like this really like those group, the idea of those different group, people having different theory and stuff like that, different attitude toward this thing. I think that could be interesting. Also, that's
think,
also outside of the character. One thing we'll need to talk about is because that's gonna like I meant that to be a bit of a horror game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
tone.
Yeah, tone. So what do we need to discuss? Do we need to discuss like lines and veil and shit like that?
What's that?
It's the fucking like
Lines
safety
and
tool that
veil.
people do.
Oh,
Place
I
you
don't know
don't wanna
anything
go.
about that.
Place
No,
you
I
don't
don't.
want to go, like where if you have a limit, because
I like Shauner's no rapey. Let's have no rapey.
Are we in the horror game? Are we taking that off the table?
Yeah. I mean, like, I guess if I had any lines and veils, I'd be like, I don't want like explicit sexual violence. Sounds a little cringy. But I mean, you fade to black. We can get the picture. We can understand.
No, I'm not.
What's going on.
I'm not gonna be like graphic about it.
Yeah.
But I think it's I think it could be on the table. I don't know, unless you're really uncomfortable with it. I want it because that's the thing too. I do want to make you uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
But I'm also like I did make Phil a bit uncomfortable yesterday.
What if I'm comfortable with sexual violence? Is that a problem?
then there's something wrong.
You're
yeah,
just
that's
making
right.
everybody else uncomfortable.
Justin's got it right. Like there's some foreshadowing here. Justin probably got it.
Yes.
You know what? It gets me off this island. That's fine.
No, but like like there might
I
be.
show up with Phil's character, and he's like, "You've been eating the chocolate." He's like, "Don't talk to me about it, okay? I've been through some things.
I can't stop eating it.
I gotta stop. Just I don't want to talk about it. No, I don't want to sit down. No."
So okay, are we doing this this thing of lines and veil? I was just like buying time until Phil came back.
I don't really care about the what you introduce. It's not gonna make me quit.
It's not gonna make you cry. You're not gonna piss your pants.
No, I'll be like, yeah, me too.
Let me get in on that action.
I too am under sexual violence.
I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but
and I'm saying it is.
Justin's got
that's your character now. My character is super into rape. I'm gonna make sure to max up my brawling.
Yeah, that's right.
I like two things: fishing and rape.
Things. And I'm all out of fish.
All out of fish. Give me the turnip, boy.
All right. I probably won't rape anyone in the game.
Well, if it happens, right? Just like as long as it's in
You're
character.
right.
If it's in character, right?
Well, it'll definitely be in character.
Don't rape anybody at the table.
I don't know how you out of character rape people, but I
Well,
won't do that for sure. All right. So, talking skills? Are we talking
Yes.
skills here, guys?
yes, talking skill. Let's try that. What do you think?
Well, I'm a street rat. I'm very accustomed to stealing from the fervored.
You want to go to this list I have here
Okay.
and see where it goes you? Where it
If you
gets
have
you?
a, if you have a,
Yep.
And then we can add some stuff after that because I don't have all the profession on there. But I'm just gonna give you like some you're just gonna put some experience in. Right? So the number I'm gonna give you is gonna be like experience.
Yep.
ah,
And just
shit.
for being a human. What shit?
Nah, I don't know. Go for it. I'm ready.
Yeah. And you understand like 3 point of experience can buy like, well, you have to do like the next rank you want to get times 3 for experience, right?
Okay.
So to go from 0 to 1 costs you 3, to go to 1 to 2 costs you 6, right?
Got it.
You got it? All right. So you're gonna start with the logic in acumen at 2, persuasion in influence at 3,
Where am I?
and linguistic
Here.
in knowledge at 3.
What?
Linguistic
So I'm getting 2 XP
in
for
logic acumen.
my logic acumen.
Yeah.
So it's not enough to get 1 rank.
No, but you're gonna get other. You might get it somewhere else.
Oh, I see it here. I found it. It's logic, specifically logic acumen, not the household.
Well, I'm not
Okay.
going to write it down because it's not a rank yet.
It's 2.
You're gonna
No,
forget.
it's not 2. It's 2 XP.
2 XP.
Oh, right.
2 would be 6
Okay,
XP,
okay.
Crispy.
I got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Persuasion,
What
influence.
is okay? So logic.
So if you want to get the rank in logic, you will have to make a choice later on that give you some more logic, right?
I'd have to spend 1 XP to
You
get
don't spend XP.
to rank 1.
You get XP by making choice. You'll
So
see
3?
how it goes.
Yeah, 3 XP in persuasion and 3 in linguistic.
Yes.
So 3 XP in those is enough for 1.
Does it influence the family? Yeah.
Yes. Yes. When it's in the bracket,
Plus
it's the
3,
family.
and then linguistics. Okay.
All right. This is just because just because you're human, right? It's like human have like a knack for those things. I decided.
Okay.
Compared to other race, let's say. Now you have to pick the sub race, and even though you're on an island, doesn't mean you have to be an islander, because you could be like somebody that maybe your family moved there, and right in the previous generation, so you could be like a riverlander or a northerner. Riverlander, the one from the continent, basically.
I'm an islander.
You're an
That would-
islander. I think I'll be a riverlander because of that farming housecraft.
Yeah, that would make sense. That would
Yeah,
work
I'm
with
gonna take
who
that
you're
one.
going to be. So Riverlander, like Islander.
island
Well,
boy.
do I need to read them to you, or you can?
I can read
I
it.
can get it.
Okay.
My
Swim.
persona is up by 1.
Sailing.
Oh, it's 1 experience. That's different.
No, for the virtue,
Visions.
for the virtue, you're just gonna make a slash in the middle, and when it say +1 on one side or the other, you just move the slash in this direction, right? Or just make a little dot now, right?
Oh, I see.
So you also like devious cunning, move 1. So your that'd be like your honesty, I guess. Move 1 toward devious cunning
Okay.
for being human.
I'm Craven +1.
Yes.
Where's that?
What is the persona XP 1?
Oh, I see it
My
now.
persona
Search.
is still 2, but I have 1 XP
Yes.
towards the getting 3 so that I can go from 2 to
Strength.
3.
Yeah. And we might adjust a bit because like those number like are not truly like tested. We'll see after, like, and we might adjust a few things in the end. This is still in development. So origin, you can be from a city, you can be from a village, you can be from city or village. That's the one I have now here. So it's not gonna be from the Citadel per se. I guess like Crispy
I'll be a
could be from
city
the
man.
Citadel. Yeah, Crispy could be from the Citadel since
What?
he's older.
No one's from the Citadel.
I was thinking more that I'd be from the farm.
Yeah,
No.
then it could be village.
Yeah,
And you got.
I'd say probably herding isn't the big thing, but
No, but you have laboring and farming.
Yep, I'll take that one.
Yeah, there's a fishing village as well, but you can also be like from a city that is. Sorry, I have to move now.
I'm from the city.
You're from the city.
Persona.
Right. Let me do. Just give me a moment. We're gonna do feel because so the city's a little longer. So yeah, when I explain persona, your devious cunning is moving against, while your honesty is moving against toward the devious cunning.
Okay.
And
so what did you say I do when that happens?
You just like you start with the slash in the center, and you just like move, or like you just put a little dot because you have to move it a lot, like, and you just move it toward the end that is listed, right? And then like if you get like frank pedantic at some point, you're gonna move back toward the center, and then like back toward you get what I mean?
Yep.
I understand what you're saying now, but you're saying I put a slash one towards the devious cunning. Do I fill in the circle at all, or do I just put?
Don't fill it in the circle. Don't fill in the circle. Don't fill the circle yet. It's the slash between the circle.
Okay.
You're just finding your center basically, or your extreme. But I'll explain in the end.
All right, slashed, and then I got a slash over here at Craven Prudent as well. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, skills, detect motive.
And they all are in the skill are listed usually.
Am I getting everything? Or am I picking one of the features?
You're getting all those. No, the features you pick two. The future years you pick two, but those skill you get them all.
Okay, detect motive, insult, linguistics.
Yeah.
Come over here, make that +5.
I tried to list the skill in the order that they appear on the character sheet, like with the family, right? So feature, you have to pick two feature of the city that you came from.
Okay.
So is it an artistic center, a cosmopolitan place, crime-ridden, fortify, industrial center, isolate, in the marshes, which don't pick this one because it would be weird. Military center, northern, overcrowded, poor, port, religious center, rich, ruined, scholarly center, trade center.
Okay, I think ruined probably, or port.
Well, you can pick two, so you could pick those two if you want.
Okay, we'll do a ruined port.
Yeah.
So agility. Daring, reckless. That's a virtue.
Yep.
Daring, reckless. Oh, that puts me back towards the center.
Yeah, it compensates for your.
That's good, but
it is actually. Well, it depends, right?
Okay. Skills, rope work. And balance.
Oh, sailing doesn't exist, I think, as a skill anymore.
Sailing. Knowledge.
Yeah, I took sailing out.
Took sailing out. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What do we do? I need to be a sailor.
Well, it's no, it's because like I decided that sailing was it's not one skill, it's like a collection of skill. Like, that's why you have rope work. You're putting out like something like swimming instead. Uh,
Well, what should I put it then?
or laboring.
So what are you replacing that with?
Put some get some swimming, I guess.
Some swimming.
Yep.
Swimming, and that is +3.
Mm.
All right, religious. Okay, yeah, did that, and then ruined. Constitution 1.
Yep.
Then meek humble. Boom. And then history. +2. Foraging. I think that's new. +3.
Foraging, yeah.
Disease. That'll be handy. +2.
Yeah. Foraging too.
Yeah.
The farming village. So farming, you got the +1 constitution, which you're gonna be glad to have. +1 XP.
Yeah. Frank
Pedantic
Pedantic
+1. Yeah.
moves me back to the center.
Yeah.
Skills, detect motive. That was 2 XP. Insult, influence. 3 XP and
So, guys, we're experiencing character creation evolved for Bastard Sword right here.
Yeah.
We're breaking new ground. Before it was just Max just made the character.
and then I get 1 feature here.
Yeah, you pick one feature,
Now
and
we're
of
kinda
the
going
is
into
the
that.
feature of the village that you came from.
Kind
Okay,
of
so
getting that
farming.
sort of life path.
Farming here. Wisdom is 1 XP.
Yeah, the idea was also like that you get an idea of who your character is, right, and what you went through in life. But we'll get a little more like,
Yeah.
no, those are like very basic, right? Now you know where you grew up.
I think Ruined Port City is super fitting for this setting. So,
Yeah.
happy about it.
Farming. Okay. Got it.
Social class. So the lowest one is deprived, which is gonna be you can be a slave, a not friend, fiend, a wanderer. You can be a laborer. You can be a noble. You can be a scholar, a tradesman. Those are the one I have now.
I think I'm going to take deprived.
I figured. Yeah.
Yeah. So Constitution +1.
Yeah.
So that gives me a +2. And then Craven Prudent. Oh, back over.
Yeah. Like the attribute, I might have to give you a boost because I'm not sure if those number I gave you're gonna get enough experience to move you significantly. So at the end, like we'll see and we'll discuss it a bit.
Okay. Brawling +1. Resist hunger.
Yeah. And resist disease again.
+3. Resist disease. Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn that to a +4. These are all like additive, I'm assuming.
Yes. Brawling
Okay, and then do I choose a
+2.
context?
Brawling should be +2. That's a mistake. They're all like +2, +3,
+2.
Yeah. Yes, you choose a context.
Okay.
So
we'll take Slum Fiend.
all right.
So that'll give me a +1 wisdom.
Is that cool for a character creation? Does that work?
Just what work?
This idea of like taking choice like that and defining a bit more.
Yeah, I like that you get to pick a lot.
Yeah.
Debauched Epicurean +1. Bam. Skill stealth. Do I have stealth yet? It's my first stealth.
Oh.
+2. Barter. My first barter. Shit, I lost it. +2. And then resist disease. I'm up to +6.
Oh, it's good.
Kind of cool. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
that's a +3, isn't it? Oh, that's 7. All right.
Crispy,
Probably
wanna go-
laborer.
yeah. So field.
Yeah.
So you choose like in
field.
what like farmer. Well, field is
Yeah.
like the field in what you're laborer. Farmer, fisherman, hunter, miner, shepherds, woodsman. I guess you're gonna go
Definitely
with farmer.
farmer. Yeah. Definitely farmer.
Almost like
Okay,
those-
so
It's almost like those classes are made for the character you wanted to make.
yeah, I think so. Can you scroll up just a little bit so I can get the top of that?
Oh, sorry.
Should have been a
Yeah.
shepherd.
Yeah, it could have been. That also could have the path we could have gone. Like we could, instead of like you discussing the character you want to play, we could have gone through that list, I guess, and you could have like made an idea from that, right?
Right.
Maybe next time.
I definitely prefer concept first, and then it's
I
making
do
this
too.
part a lot easier.
It's way easier.
Yeah.
Housecraft.
exactly what I
Any
should do.
housecraft. Okay.
I decided to go more into the city rat versus fisherman laborer.
Yeah.
Because I'm more of like I'm like a one of those guys that hangs out at the Home Depot. He's like,
Yeah.
hey,
Mexican.
yeah, they're called Mexicans here too.
Yeah.
I go, hey,
Holy smokes. My meek humble
Pick
is
me, I
almost
got
all
it.
the way to the end.
Oh, really?
what?
Yeah. It's a herding animal too.
What'd you say, Crispy?
Is
My
meek humble
meek
is almost
humble? I have 2 dots beyond, like on the left-hand side.
Oh, one of your virtues?
Right. For meek humble, yeah. Like my
Gotcha.
line is 2 dots in.
Nice.
Okay.
So did you get
Okay,
everything?
so hold on. I didn't quite get the last little bit. I was trying to find. I've got
In earning, yeah.
and then
Weather
what's the other
lore.
2? Housecraft farming.
Do I need to
Weather
zoom,
lore.
zoom that in?
I've got it.
There
as-
is a weather lore, yeah. Is that what you asked?
Yes, in
and then
science.
weather in science.
Yeah.
And that was 2 XP for that.
Maybe you won some kind of contest, right? And then like there's different type.
Mm.
So you can think of like what something that happened in your life, right?
Okay.
You can have familial life event. So some of them are linked to your early life circumstance. Were you adopted? Were you a bastard child? Did you came from a large family? Were you an only child? Were you an orphan? Were you a twin?
Let's put a pin in bastard child.
Yeah. All right. Death of a relative. If you don't pick the life event, it doesn't mean that the thing didn't happen. It's just like those are things that are marking to you, right? Stuff that marked you.
Okay.
But we're picking one, right?
You
Just
can pick
one.
No, you can pick few.
Oh.
Yeah.
How many?
You want to
We
say
pick
2
it.
or 3?
I don't know. It's your system, man. I don't want to say anything.
Let's say 3. You allowed 3.
Oh my god.
3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe
Okay.
2. I don't know.
Okay.
Let's go through them and we'll decide.
Let's do 2.
Okay. 2 is a good
I'd say
number.
2, yeah. 2 is
Death of a
good.
relative, so you can be depending. It can be one of your child, your closest friend, a father, mother, sibling, spouse, and then the cause, what they died from. Miscellaneous, if you got a child of your own, family got caught in a scandal, family feud, you got married, maybe you got a neglectful childhood, you got uprooted
Okay.
when you were young, some hardship, so you went to famine, you home burned down, you got lost in the wood, you grew up in a place where there was like a rampant banditry, you in a war-torn homeland, maybe you got injured. Those are hardcore though, because it's like you can
It's a
get
problem.
blind or you can like get deaf, right? So
Yeah.
get
You're
accident, you get
dead.
like disease, violence. Yeah, dead. Well, I got this
Died
trait, so I
from it.
died.
Jeez.
Yeah, became deaf, collapsed lung, disfigured, got blinded, lost a limb, lost memory. but also I don't have the trade for those really. So maybe you don't want to go there unless you
Okay.
just want to role play it, right? Oh, I'm deaf, but
Yeah.
I
I don't
wouldn't
want to do that.
advise it. Yeah, disfigured I
Even a
could
little
see.
bit.
Yeah, lost a limb. Maybe you're missing a hand if you want to do that. Lost memory I could see as well, but so those are yeah.
I'll let Crispy
Let's
go
move
first
through.
this time.
Okay.
So familial is where we start, or is there
You're just
something
gonna
beyond
pick
that?
two of one of
You pick
two
two
of
that
these.
tickle your fancy, and if you just want to have an idea, vague idea, you can talk and we can like make it happen somehow, right?
Go large family.
You grew up in a large family.
Yeah. So persona is 1 XP. Skills.
All
Oh,
right.
I got 9 XP to spend. Is that what
Yes,
that is?
you get 9 in speed. Like in those one, you choose in what you spend the XP.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
in those skill, so you can put in one or in many.
Okay.
So is this where you can kind of round off that?
Yes,
Like if I have
part of it.
5 in something, I should put 1 in it if I
Oh,
can.
luck. There's a luck thing, isn't there?
Well, if you have 5, 6 is not gonna get you a rank of 2.
Oh, okay, what gives you a rank of 2?
Well, you need 9.
I thought you said it was current rating times 3.
Yes, but you have to go. You have
Or
to
new
buy the
rating
rank
times
1
3.
first.
Which is 3.
You spend 3 to bring the rank 1,
Right.
and you spend 6 to buy the rank 2.
Good point.
I'm just quickly going through this.
Or should we eschew that for character creation? Make character a little bit stronger. Just go straight up, like you don't have to buy the previous rank.
No.
No.
Nope, you should not do that.
Okay.
Be dumb, you gotta be tough. Okay.
You're just opening yourself up to power gaming on character creation.
Yes.
And I'm not clear. Luck is just a luck thing, right? That's just
What
Luck is
do?
luck is if you're let's say you're gambling and stuff like that, and you're just like
Mhm.
if you just do like head or tail and stuff like that, right? Something that has no skill
Got it.
involved. You don't just roll like it's not gonna be like odd even, right? No, you're gonna roll your luck skill, so your character can be like luckier than the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I got my large family thing done. So what's my
But are we
next
doing
one
like
here? Let's go
are we
down.
doing like Phil pick one and then we go back to you, or
Your call, Crispy.
Oh, you go ahead, Phil. You pick one, and then I'll pick my second one.
Okay. Let's go to family.
family?
Yeah, let's be a real.
Early life or death of a relative?
Do you keep moving it? I can't see anything.
Sorry.
I see nothing.
Okay, I'll go on the top. Family
There's
start
a
here.
lot of them. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Should I be adopted? Bastard
Put some point in
child.
poetry.
Large family, only child. What'd you say?
I say you could put some point in poetry.
Okay. Can you scroll down a bit?
Yes.
Orphan, twin. Okay. So being an orphan seems good. Let's be an orphan.
That fit with your character as well.
Yeah. All right, so agility. Do I have agility yet? You got wisdom, strength. There's agility. So +1 on that. Okay. And then skills. And then I have devious cunning. Oh, moving further on that one. Okay. And then 9 XP. I have
To
some
destroy.
brawling. So let's throw 1 in brawling. You go up to 2. with 7 XP. Resilient.
9.
Yeah, but I already have 2.
Oh,
So it'd be so. Resist hunger. Could up that. But it's already 3, so we don't want to do that. Survival.
Phil is entering the par gaming mode.
Well, isn't that the point of the 9 and
Yes.
XP? Place wherever you want so you can round out
Yes.
your XP?
No, it is.
Okay. Hey, I'm playing the game, bro. If you got complaints, take it up with the dev.
I will.
Take it up with the dev. All right, and then survival. Let's get some survival in here. I want navigation. I feel like that should be something I have.
Navigation?
What's fishing?
Oh, navigation is like a pathfinding, basically. It's like it's not necessarily like on a boat, right?
Yeah.
Finding your way, like knowing where you are.
Yeah. Okay. My fishing's at +3. So let's throw. Do I really want to put 6 in that? Probably not. Sheltering. Can you tell me what sheltering is?
Yes, that's a. If you want to build like a camp, for example, like you're camping and stuff like that, you're in the wild, you have nothing with you.
Give myself 3 in sheltering.
It's useful because when you want to regain spirit, you need to sleep, right?
Yeah.
And if you don't sleep with a shelter, you suffer from it.
We talked about brawling. So that's going to be 1 to make that a +3. So I have 5 more resilience. I have resist hunger at 3 and resist disease at 7. Let's put 2 more in disease to give myself a +9. So I have 3 more XP. And what's my stealth at these days? It's at +2. Let's put that at +3. 2 more XP. And then sleight of hand. We don't have that anywhere. Okay, survival and resilience. I feel like it wasn't ego good.
It is useful if you if somebody tried to
like convince
intimidate you or
yeah.
It's more like for intimidation and stuff like that, right? It's got its use. It's not the most useful thing, I'd say, but
I don't have any other resilience XP floating around. What's rope work? What's that?
Making knot.
No, I'm saying like what's the family? Do you remember?
Dexterity.
Okay. Well, that's not there.
You have to remember, like a lot of those skill are not that great in themselves, but developing them can allow you to boost the family, right? Just like.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But I don't have any. I'm just trying to like get myself up to 3 or 9 on things.
Yeah.
I don't really have the ability to do that, so I'm just putting 2 in something. So let's dump it in.
I'll get to 15 somewhere.
Stealth. I'll just dump it in stealth. We'll put that at a 5 +5. Okay. Done with mine. Oh, and devious cunning I already did. What's that?
I should have shared that document with you so Crispy could have looked at it while you were looking.
Yeah, well, what?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, it's too late now. Crispy, do you have another idea for the other one you want?
Let's just see here.
Okay, there was like death of relative. If you have like one of a marking death in your life.
Yeah, I'm gonna say spouse.
So you got a spouse that died? That's good.
Yeah, and that's why I want to leave. I'm done.
All right. So you can get those things.
So personas 1.
You resist pain. Oh my god.
What?
Resist pain. 3.
It just feels like sad, you know.
Yes, you feel so sad.
Does your heart get hardened, Crispy?
It does. Craven prudent. Okay, that moves back to center.
You're more craven now. You're a little bit more of a
All right, and it was
pragmatic.
spouse.
Pragmatic.
Where's
it's
spouse on
spouse.
there?
So you got those things here.
Persona +1 again.
No, you can have good persona.
Do you remember before when your wife was alive?
Remember that? Remember when you were
Remember that?
happy?
Marcus.
Do you remember being happy? Were
Now
you
your whole
ever
life
happy?
is chocolate, and
Now it's nothing.
enjoy your chocolate.
Not even that. Now it's turnip.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. Oh, good. I'm going to
They
be
took
able
the
to go.
one good thing in your life. You love chocolate.
And I need 6 XP. Any housecraft, resist cold, resist fatigue.
What are you laughing, Phil?
You're laughing at my. I know. I'm hearing you.
I'm laughing
you
at
heartless
Crispy's
bastards.
misfortune, obviously.
I lost
Yes,
my
I mean,
wife, and you guys are laughing at it. Lost my
Sorry.
wife.
I can't help it. It's kind of funny.
Say what? Resist cold, I guess. Because life is cold now.
Yeah.
Discipline
Well, also
and
now you
resist.
sleep alone in the bed.
I do.
Yeah.
And it's cold.
What did she die of?
I've noticed occasionally your hand
Disease,
like,
of
holds
course.
my hip.
The fervor.
Disease?
She
Oh,
died
she got
of
took by the
She
fervor.
got the fervor. Yep.
Ooh, of course she
Is
got
she
took
really
by the
dying,
fervor.
or she just like went off to the Citadel, or you just
She's
like
dead. She's
She
dead now.
walked off to the Citadel.
She walked off to the Citadel, and maybe that's another reason why I secretly want to go there.
Oh my god, that's so awesome.
That's-
Can we
yeah.
say that? Can that be take the place of death?
Yeah, well, that would count as death, I guess, right?
Yeah.
That would be like close enough for
It's a
that
question
setting.
mark.
Yeah.
It's a question mark. We got GM approval, Crispy.
All right. Medicine.
If it turns out she's alive, does he lose his resist pain?
And
Oh no, it'd become worse because now she's alive, but she's not
She's
herself
alive,
anymore.
but she's like staring at the sun,
Yeah.
going like this with her arms up. It's like all she's doing for the all day.
Oh yeah.
stand there pleading with her to snap out of it.
But yeah, like that's something
She does.
That's
It
horror.
looks like
That's
she
horror.
doesn't hear you. It looks like she doesn't hear you, but she has one tear like running down her cheek.
Yeah, exactly. Where her eyes never leave the sun, but she just cries.
She can't help but look at the sun. Yeah.
But it's gonna be something interesting to like flesh out like what our fervor was about, right?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's so unusual for women to seem obsessed about unimportant things. You know.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily important.
Never
I never
seen
said
it.
that the fervor was
seen
about
that
an important thing.
Okay.
So
I've
obvious.
got a fervor about like silly stuff.
How many women become obsessed with their husband's location? You know?
So on this character sheet, my skills and my attributes, wherever I see a 3, I can then put a 1 next to that.
Yeah,
skill.
but like you might want to hold off.
There's probably more steps here. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, there is. Okay, never mind.
I don't know yet. Sounds
Yes,
like
there's
Max
gonna be
is
more
saying yes,
steps.
there are.
Yes, and you also had to pick another one.
I do.
Field, right?
I do. Let's start at the top. Let's go back to the top.
All right.
All right.
I'm going.
Go down.
Okay, you orphan. You
Death of
saw
a
that.
relative. Scroll down. Scroll down.
Those are the cause.
Don't you need to pick the cause?
You did.
Crispy?
You did disease.
Oh, okay, you did. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
All right. I don't care about that crap anymore. Go ahead and scroll up.
Screw up.
All my family
Miscellaneous.
has been dead forever. I don't even know about.
Yeah,
my
you're an
family.
orphan.
Yeah,
you're an orphan.
Keep scrolling. Let's keep going up to the top, buddy.
The top is the achievement.
Okay, achievements. Never did that. Keep going down.
There's only 2.
Familial. Keep going down. No familial. Miscellaneous. Is miscellaneous familial? Keep
well,
going.
this one is some of them are, but they're not directly something that happened to your family.
None
more
of
like
that.
happened to you. None of that.
None of that. Hardships. Now we're talking. Okay, so rampant banditry. Can you kind of describe what the hell that means?
You grew up in a place where there's like a lot of crime and stuff like that, right? Just like so unsafe because of that. A lot of
Scroll down a
criminal
little bit.
gang.
Let me just see the bottom. It's just war torn. That's it. That's the end.
Yeah.
Let's pick. Rampant banditry.
You want to pick that?
Yeah. It's a lot of
Sure.
games.
Yes.
All right, so wisdom +1. That gives me a +2 there. Skills. Here we go. And then devious cunning. Of course. That puts me 2 from the end, Crispy, on devious cunning. All right, and here we go. So perception acumen, that's good. Running sleight of hand. Did I take that? I didn't take that, but I can move that too if I need to.
But also, like, you have some rope work, right?
Oh, there's rope work on there?
No, you already have rope work, no? So this is what I'm saying. Like, maybe you can like raise a family because in the Sims family, there's also like this synergy to think about.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna take out that 2 from is stealth on there? No.
Nope.
So I'm gonna reacquire that 2 I dumped in stealth for sleight of hand. Make that a +3 now. So it's 1 XP, and then detect a motive. That's important for me.
That's important for everybody in that setting, I guess.
Yeah.
When you all look suspicious at each other.
I'll put +3 in that. Do I have any of that? I do have detect motive +2 already. I might just put 7 in here. What else do I have options for? Laws, don't care. Perception would be the one other one.
The
running seems like it would be good.
Yeah.
I do like to flee.
The reason also, like, I made this, you can pick those things, is for you like to interpret, in a sense, like, oh, you grew up in a place with a lot of banditry. How did that express itself? Like, that's why did you go like the state of an end, so you kind of like took part in the banditry yourself, or were you like always running and tried to, like, that's why you have law?
Well, you got to
learn
take part once in a while, otherwise the
Yeah.
bandits target you. You know, so like you're a kid and you're like, and they come up to you and they're like, "Hey, why don't you go do something for me? Otherwise, I'm going to kick your ass."
Yeah.
And then you're like, "Okay, I'll go do that thing." So I've done some things not proud of.
So you are the
I'm going to go ahead and put +3 in perception and +3 in running. So we are good to go. Make sure I don't have any other plus modifiers in perception here real quick. We're good. And running. Making sure. Okay, that's good. +3. Okay, we're good.
Crispy, did you have an idea of the thing you want, or do you want me to go through it? Scroll?
Which?
He already picked.
Already picked?
He already picked his 2.
Oh, you already picked his 2. Sorry, I forgot that we started with Crispy.
Yep.
Sorry, I forgot that we. Oh, I had more. I had more actually that I could have showed. Should I? You want to pick? I'll let you pick a third one if you want.
No thanks.
Oh, thanks.
No, I think it's good.
I'd rather be done with character creation sooner.
All right.
Is that wrong?
No, it's not wrong, because I have some that are kind of cool, like
okay. Well,
material
show me
stuff.
what you got here, buddy. Let's debut a system here.
Yeah. So you could have found a valuable item. You could have like an inheritance. You could have like a notable accusation. So that's something that you bought. Like you got and a remarkable ore, so a small
Fancy
estate, a
items.
well trained. Yeah. There's social thing that could have happened. So your social status went down, or your social status went up, basically. So
okay,
you became, you got a noble. And
that's
supernatural,
cool.
I didn't like, born under a strange omen, or died and brought back, right? Some stuff like that. And then like a occupation, but that's not done yet. That's not even close to done. But that's where it's gonna go. But I still want you to pick some skill that are related to your
Occupation-ish.
occupation. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be a
And
fisherman.
yeah, but you can probably like do 2 occupation that you did before.
Okay.
So one of them is gonna be fisherman.
Well, I'm a fisherman, yeah.
Yeah. But like if you want to have like you just use street rat one, right? Just that count as well.
Yeah. Urchin.
Yeah. And you can you able like to I'll let you choose like 9 experience point in 3 skill that are related to that.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah. Is that too much
So I'm
choice?
probably devious and picking up a humble with a fisherman, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some skill. Which
Yep.
I could see like easily like some in dexterity or in grace if you want to get some stealth back.
Yeah.
You can get the rope work in for the fisherman.
Yep. So I'll pop 6 in stealth to get that to a 9. And I got 3 more. Let's look at dexterity. Oh, dexterity isn't stealth. That's grace, isn't it?
Yes.
Let's put 3 in balance.
You're already at some, no?
Yeah. Okay, I have 1 in balance already. I got 2 at least. So we'll put 1 in there and make that plus 3. Just trying to maximize my. Oh, I got sleight of hand. That's already a plus 3. So when your dexterity goes up,
Yeah. The family?
yeah, when your family
Yeah.
goes up, it removes the ranks, or how does that work?
Well, it's like the when you have 3 skill in the same family that are 1 or more,
Mm-hmm.
you reduce them by 1, and the family goes up by 1.
Okay. So
But you
that
always
means,
add the rank of the family to the rank of the skill.
so when it all goes away, because my
Yeah.
dexterity is now plus 1,
Yeah.
and I want to get, well, a grace is what we're talking about. If
Yes.
my grace goes away,
If your
then
grace
if
oh,
my
no,
grace goes
finish.
to plus 1,
Yeah.
and then all of my ranks go away because they're all 1s,
Yes.
then when I want my stealth to go up again, is it 3 XP?
No, you have to add also the rank of the family
Okay,
for that for the calcul.
got it.
The thing it does is like if you put nothing in acrobatics, well now your acrobatics is by default to 1 as well, right?
Yeah, I understand. I'm just
So
kind
it
of
does raise
wondering
your order. Yeah.
how the
No,
XP
but
expenditure works.
when you the expenditure is the skill rank, but the skill rank basically always include the family rank.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have stealth at plus 2,
Yeah.
balance at plus 1. I don't know if I have reflex or acrobatics yet.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. So I'll just go ahead and get, it doesn't really matter which one I get because it's going to increase my family. Acrobatics plus 3, kind of losing track of what I'm doing. So 3. Oh no, I can't do that.
Wait,
Because I only have 2. I only have 2 left.
you also like have to pick also like since you have like 2 occupation, like 2 attributes. So probably like that are related to those occupation, right?
Okay, what's wisdom?
It's like wisdom is like
I'm trying to
the
think of which one. Well, okay, well, why don't you just tell me what a fisherman attribute is?
wisdom could be 1, constitution could be 1.
Okay.
Even agility could work. Yeah, maybe not personal.
Well, you only
Or
get one,
if
and it's probably static. So what would you pick since you're the developer over there?
If I pick one, I can tell you. I think exactly what I said. I
Okay.
think I put wisdom because I think I did the fisherman thing.
Okay. So I'll make that +3 now.
Yeah,
And then for street rat,
wisdom,
probably
agility.
agility.
Yeah.
Agility is also at +3 now.
Yeah.
I don't know if that matters. Okay,
Yes, it will.
so I'm just gonna put 2 in acrobatics and not care. All right, and then we will. Or what's my sleight of hand? It's at 3. Disable traps.
While you look at that, can I go with Crispy?
Of course.
Crispy, can you think of a 2 occupation that you, or if you want to double down on the same thing, 2 occupation that I
I
guess
already
maybe
have 10 XP in farming,
Yeah.
so it doesn't really make sense to do more into that. But I was thinking of animal
the great
handling.
skill.
You know, maybe some in riding. I have 2 XP in that. I have 4 in herding. I don't have anything in. I should have something in woodworking. I've got 4 XP in laboring. That makes sense. Maybe something in masonry if I was like repairing. I don't know.
So you were like kind of like a handyman kind of guy, right?
Yeah, like essentially a millwright. Like I'm constantly having to make sure everything is working. So whatever that may be.
Yeah, you could
So-
get some crafting skill for sure with that.
Is each occupation 9 XP that you do?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's 9 XP I have to spend.
Yeah.
On these.
Per occupation, and you're getting 2.
Yeah.
And I get 2 occupations. Okay, so
Yes.
I'm going to put 3 into woodworking.
So it's also time if you want to do like, oh, you did some this weird thing that was marking, but right.
Oh, okay. I think
it's time to get some useful skill too. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Like probably maybe some combat, just settle disputes. Hafted is like clubs and stuff, right? Like if I had to beat some workers with a club.
Yes, a club would gone into after.
Like I was like non-lethal, just like smack them around.
Yeah.
So I was like the foreman. Right, it's 3, 6. What animal handling training? That's like breaking horses. Is that what that is?
Yes. Okay. Or dogs, if you want to train dogs. Or horse, yeah.
I'm going to train dogs too.
All right.
So it's 1, 4, 7.
Maybe you did some hunting too, right? Just like that could be something you done, especially with the
looking
collapse. Maybe that's also one way to get meat.
Definitely. That would be foraging under. Where is hunting?
There's no hunting.
Right. I'm good.
Foraging is foraging. Hunting, like if you hunt with a bow, you get bow skill, right?
Oh, okay. Well, let's do that.
Yeah. If you hunt with a spear, you get pole arm skill. If you don't want to go with the bowman again.
Yeah, forget. Well, the bow is good damage, though. Dang it.
Yeah. Well, a spear too, though.
Do this,
especially if you got a good strength.
And 2 more skills here, and I'm done.
I feel like I'm going to end up with a lot lower, like.
Can I take more weather lore as a farmer? Like watching the skies.
Yes.
I feel like I'm going to end up with a lot lower combat skills at the end.
Yeah. It's possible.
I mean, I got a +1 in brawling. That's what I ended up with.
Yeah, like that's something with this method that I was going. Like it might make you all underpower, so that's something I want to discuss after, right? Because like the balance is not quite done yet, and also there's still step missing. So it's a bit. So I'm afraid your character might be a bit underpowered, especially in the attribute too. I don't want you to all have like 2s, right? Just like I want to have some attribute to. So, and I'm thinking I might have a
With the
2.
two professions, I'm sorry to interrupt. With the
No,
two
go ahead.
professions, do we add anything to attributes per
Yes.
profession? Okay.
Yes. Depending on the
So I've done the
profession you pick,
skills. I'm complete on the skills. So now I
Yeah.
just need to pick one that I lift up, or what? How does that work?
If you pick one for each attribute. I would
Step
normally
with-
say like you look at the skill that you chose for your profession,
Yep.
and look at the attribute that they use, and that's probably like a good direction to go, right?
Okay. Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wisdom and got it. All right. I'm good.
Can you tell me, Crispy?
Yep.
What is your how much experience do you have the most in which attribute you have the most experience in now?
I have the most experience in Persona with 4 experience.
Yeah, that's quite low because that's only gonna get you. It's not even gonna get you an extra point. So I think I'm probably have to ask you like every time you gain 1 point of experience. Probably should have been 2.
Oh, okay.
So I'm probably gonna have you double all the. But even that's never gonna be enough. It's probably so I should probably go to 3 because I want you to. What's the next one? Well, can
My
you just tell
next
me like
one's
your
3.
experience?
So my experience for Constitution is 3. For agility is nothing. For strength is 1. Erudition is 0. 4 for Persona and 3 for wisdom.
Yeah, probably I need to have like you double the experience you gain.
Double it? Okay.
Maybe
So then
maybe even
it's
triple.
8.
I think I'd have you triple, but I guess triple is yeah. So you can get at
Triple it?
least a 4 something. Yeah, triple it. I'll the
So
same thing.
that's 12 XP for that, and 9 for wisdom, and 3 for strength, and 9 for constitution. And what does that translate into? Like, so 12, that's going to give me.
Well, now like they all
4?
like your rank all at 2, right?
Yes.
So all those that you have 9 can get you the rank
3?
3. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Got it.
So we're tripling attribute XP. Is that right?
Yes, and I might also like increase the skill attribute because I think I'm just not giving enough, basically, like
And
in
then
those number.
Yeah,
That's
because
also
I got a
one more
plus
12.
3, and I thought that was a lot. I got a plus
In
3 in 2 spots.
in what?
Agility and wisdom.
It's not a lot. Yeah, it's not enough. That should be plus 9.
Okay.
So just triple all your.
And the 12 that's just going to go to a 3. Is that? with
Yes,
some
and then
XP
you're
left
gonna have
over?
like the leftover. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
The leftover XP. So now you only give you like two skill out of 3.
I have 3. I have Constitution, Persona, and Wisdom that are 3s.
And all the rest of no,
have-
that's not enough. That's not enough.
I have wisdom at 9, agility at 9, strength at 6, constitution at 6, persona at plus 3.
Wait, what? Oh, is that the XP or that you're telling me or the?
The XP, yeah.
Oh, okay, not the rank. So if you were to convert that, which one do you have? How many do you have? 9 or more?
Wisdom and agility.
Yeah, I think I would have to boost your XP even more than that. So it probably should have been 4 every time you gain the. Probably should have been 4 every time you gain the 1.
Maybe.
Because
I
I
think
like.
I think you should do 3, but then like have a last. Just like give a free attribute at the end. I don't know.
A free attribute at the end, or I give you like a
Freebie attribute,
6 more point you can place where you want.
something like that.
Because I don't like, I'm okay with you having 1, 2. I don't want you to have mostly 2, because like that will make you roll d4, right? And that's supposed to be sucky. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Does +9 give you a 4?
9 experience?
Yeah.
No, it's only raise you to 3.
Oh my god. Because
Yeah.
it's current rating times 3.
Yes, it's a desire rating time 3.
Right. Is that
Desire rating time
new
3.
rating times 3?
Yeah.
So the only ones that are going up are the 9s.
Yes, and that's not enough.
Uh,
If the 9 were 12s,
yeah, this is
mean
way
that
worse than the
Yeah.
than the other game we played.
Yes, and it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Although the dice are a little more generous each, though, so there's that, right?
Yeah.
Because you get more success. Yeah. So if we were to do like 4 time, then every one that you have like 3 would be now it become a 12, and that would allow you to raise to 3.
Let's talk about the skills. How do the skills translate into multiple dice?
Well, that's also the thing. Like, I'm afraid that I didn't give you enough XP on that as well,
Yeah.
because I want you to.
So what's the formula for more dice?
You have to raise. What do you mean? Well, you have to raise a skill.
I know, but when do I get multiple dice? That's what I'm asking. What is the
as soon as
formula
you get
for skills?
the number of dice, you always get like if you have a rank of 0, you get 1 dice,
Okay.
and then every rank you get 1 more dice.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
+2 means I get 3 dice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You get skill that are +2 now.
I have a couple of them, yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any +3?
No. That would require like what, 15 XP?
Yeah.
I'm at +2 on stealth and resist disease.
I think with the skill that's all
swimming.
right. I think with the skill that's all right. So just with the attribute, I think you're a bit too low. Do you have a bunch of skill that are that you have like 9 XP or more, Crispy?
I have one.
You only one? You have a lot that are, and it's farming.
My farming skill is 10.
Yeah.
That's it. I got a lot that are at 3.
Sorry, folks at home. We're talking about.
Yeah. So sorry. It's like
we're tweaking a system right now.
Yeah. Well,
folks
that's
at home.
now like we did a session 0. Now like kind of character creation.
Now we're in.
Now, like,
let's design Max's game.
Yeah. Let's balance things up a bit. Yeah. Well, that's why. Like I was just like asking you question and making character for you, because like then I can tweak and get the feel right.
Yeah, it feels good. I just want you to make my character. No.
Yeah.
I feel underpowered.
It's lazy of me, but that's what I want to.
But I got 3 skills at 9. I'm surprised you only have 1.
I spread more.
I spread them out though,
but
so
I got,
that I
like,
have
swimming, stealth,
I'll have
and resist disease.
In influence, I have 1, 2, 3 ones, so that should be able to lift the influence family by 1.
I think I only have 2 families that I'm lifting.
How much? You just need to have 2 skills at a 1 to lift
3
the family?
skills with +1 to get the family to go to +1.
Yeah.
Science, melee combat, influence.
I guess it's just a matter of like
animal handling.
You should have in your game maybe like tiers
Yeah. Well,
of how heroic you want your characters to be.
I have that, but also have I also have like a mechanic that I didn't like for balance, right? Where like usually like those options now I just let you pick what you want, and I might actually go with that because I kind of like that, right? Just like you make the character you want to make.
Yeah.
But because those options are not necessarily balanced, like being a farmer is not necessarily the greatest thing, right?
I think you
have
make a
like
mix. So you
Yeah.
have like a few life path spots, and then you're like, and here's an additional 40 XP or whatever.
Yeah. But then that's also like very point buy, and that takes a long time. But what if I just say down like, okay, like now the attribute, let's say like time 4
We certainly
the
wouldn't want it
experience.
to take a long time.
Well, eventually not, right? You have to understand now it's like a new thing, right? Just like
Yeah.
you have to excuse me, I guess.
But I've already done like 3 point buys in this life path system. Because you keep because like in it you're like take 9 XP and choose
Yes.
skills. But it's like I have to retroactively think about what I'm gonna pick later, you know what I mean? So I think it'd be better as like a bulk right at the end. There should only be one time where I'm choosing where XP goes.
Oh yeah, I see. Just so you can
So I don't have to think ahead as to how I will spend it. You know what I mean?
Yes. So I get just on maybe on the last step you get like, oh, now you
It's
can
like,
now you get
here's
that
40
many XP
XP.
to round up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. But for now, just let's say like, the XP you gain, let's do 4 times for the attribute.
Okay.
And let's see if we double it for the skill, because I want you to have like some decent skill.
Double the skills. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll make a note
I
for that.
kind of min-maxed.
Well,
So I was like, I want 9 or 3.
well,
That's
it's not
it.
gonna change. Yeah, it's
So now I'm at 6 or 18.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But 18, you can spend 15. But like this XP is not lost,
18
right?
is not terrible.
You know.
6 is dumb, but 18 is not terrible.
Well, 6 mean like you're halfway there to get the next level.
Yeah. You're right. And we're in a campaign, so it matters.
Yeah.
Are you going to give me XP?
So it's times 4 now, is
Okay.
what you're saying? Times 4, not times 3?
For the experience, yeah.
Cool.
So everyone, like, so when if you hit a 9, then you can get like a level 3.
Is it 12 now?
What?
Well, because it was
15?
times 3 before.
Oh yeah, okay, sorry. I thought you were replying to what I was saying.
Yeah.
Talking to yourself.
I'm just talking to myself, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Persona for me went to a 4.
That's
Everything
good.
else stayed the same.
Plus 12.
So I have...
You have a 4 now?
I have a 4 in Persona,
Jealous?
but I have a 2 in agility, 2 in strength.
Crispy's tired.
I'm sorry. I've been up since before 4.
Oh,
2 in erudition and 3 in wisdom. So I have a 3 in constitution, a 4 in persona, and a 3 in
erudition.
Sorry, Crispy, can you say your score again?
My scores in order are 2, 3, 2, 2, 4, 3.
You got a bunch of 2, but
wisdom.
At least you got a 4 and you got a bunch of 3.
I got some 3s.
Constitution is a 2, you said?
Constitution's a 3.
Okay. Let's start.
That's good. And persona is 4?
Yes.
Well, at least now you're gonna have like some good spirit.
I'm gonna have some spirit for once, yes.
But both your strength and agility are 2s?
Yeah.
So you're gonna roll D4 for combat?
Yeah. Sadly.
So I got 12 XP. To get to 3, I need to spend 9, right?
Right.
All right, so wisdom is going to be 3. Do you put like there's like 2 brackets on the character
The
sheet.
first one, normally I say is for the XP, and the
The
second one is
first
for the
one's for
rank.
the XP. Okay.
Well, you can do it wherever you want. Doesn't really matter.
3 and then take away 9, and I have 4 left or 3 left. Okay. And then I have 4 persona. Yeah, I only have 2 3s. My agility and my wisdom.
And the rest are 2?
It's effectively the same thing because I went from like 6 to 8, and I went from 9 to 12. You know what I mean? There's no real change.
Well,
which
let's
is fine.
I'll think about it. Right?
Okay.
Before session 1, and we'll yeah.
Take away 12. Yeah.
What about your skill now?
Let me get back to you on that one.
You want me to give you like the easy number for conversion?
Huh?
You want me to give you the easy number for conversion?
I got the math in my brain. The problem is I don't know the families, actually, because I didn't write down any of the families.
What do you mean?
I didn't write down the families, so I have to find these things.
Oh, you didn't put the experience straight on the sheet?
No.
Oh,
that would have been smart.
So doubling the experience is what you wanted us to do. Double everything
for the skill, yeah.
For the only skills that'll change for me is farming will go to 20. So that'll be a 3.
Bro,
right?
You're gonna farm.
And I'm gonna farm.
I'm really gonna try and get you to roll farming.
My linguistic skill goes to a 2. Nothing else changes. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Resist pain goes to 2. Nothing else changes.
Do you have any family that are level 1?
Yes, I'll have because you just need how many points to you have to have it in 3 different things though, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 families are at level 1.
Okay, at least that's that, right?
Yeah.
What are they, like housecraft and resilience?
Housecraft, no, because I didn't take sewing, cooking, or cleaning.
Oh yeah.
So I just have farming and stewardship. And animal handling, yes. Influence, yes. Melee combat, funny enough.
Oh, that's good.
Science.
Oh.
They all go to 1. I took medicine and taxonomy.
All right, maybe this character creation was a bit of a disaster.
It's all right. We got to test it out.
It's always said like those are useless character.
Are they?
Depends what you want to do. I can farm. I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah.
And I'm excellent at insults. I'm really good at that.
That can be used in combat, actually.
Oh shit! I should have leveled my barter more. I have 1 rank in bartering.
All right. You can calculate your spirit, maximum spirit, and shit like those little thing.
3, 4, 7. 7 times 4. Right on.
28. Yeah.
Rolling in it.
What? Okay. Persuasion.
Maybe what we should do, Max, is I'll put this in that form fillable one, and you can take a look at it and see how you want to tweak it.
Yeah, Like, just take a picture with your phone and send it to me. Both of you.
So
Less hassle, right?
What?
And then I'll see. What?
What'd you say? Take a
Take
picture.
a picture of the sheet with your phone and send it to me on the Discord.
let me just do
Okay.
clean it up for you.
And then I'll see what I do if it's utterly like useless.
I have 20 in farming. It's never useless.
You're 1 point shy of being having a 4.
+4.
But that's also meant to be like farming. It's probably like the hardest one to use.
Yep.
But it could be useful like if you want to know something and stuff like that. Like, oh wait, what do you mean you're going to the field at this time of the year to till?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense, sir. You're lying to me.
Why are you so obsessed?
Exactly. Yeah.
Detect motive. Where is that? Yes. What the fuck?
Okay, but I have to be careful here because if I boost animal handling, then these all stay at 0. Okay. I'll just you
What?
can check this over, Max, of course, and see if I'm
Okay.
doing it wrong.
Yeah. Your maximum burden.
Yeah, what's that? That's
You see, like
gonna
there's a little
blow.
in total burden. There's a little like a line next to C plus
It's on
S.
the other page. Yeah.
Yes.
Total burden. There it is.
Yeah, on the little red line, like you can put a tree there. Tree.
Yeah.
3.
So 15.
Yeah, because you're human, so it's thrice your constitution plus strength.
Okay. I am done with my skills.
Good.
I have 2 families with a 1. It is influence and survival.
Okay. Okay, that's not too bad.
Because all the things I put 3 XP in, they became 6 XP. I was like,
Yeah.
what the? And all the things I only had 2 XP in, they became
Sorry for that.
4 XP.
I screwed up your.
I know. I'm trying to power level over here, bro.
Yeah, I'll look at those character sheet and I'll make some adjustments, stuff like that, because but honestly, thank you guys, because this was very useful for me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Going through that.
It's up here. Take it.
And obviously there's some step missing and stuff like that, but like yeah. Also
Here you go. Take a screenshot, Max.
Yeah, it's after done by your for the virtue. You put a dot like on the middle, right?
What do you want me to do with the virtues? Because I don't get it. I got a slash across the. When I got +1, I moved it over to the side.
Yes. All right. So
I'm not very honest, it turns out.
Yes, but here's what's gonna happen now, and that's, you know what? Let's put a pin on that, because if your personal score or your wisdom score change, then it's gonna be a mess. Because the idea is like the line that you put.
Yeah.
That's like
16.
That's I don't know if you remember the virtue. There's 2 lines that go on that virtue, on each virtue line, right?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And the dot between the 2 lines, you don't have to fill.
Okay.
The dot outside of the line, you can fill when you can fill 1 in every scene that represent how your character acted in that scene.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And when all the circle outside the lines are filled, you regain spirit. So the line that you decided in character creation, that's going to be one of the extreme.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember this.
Yeah.
It's like the persona. Actually, I don't remember exactly, but it's like a persona or wisdom lets you choose.
Yes.
Like
The
the distance between the lines.
yes. The distance between the line is your personal score,
Okay.
and how far the line can be from the center is your wisdom score.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Then
that's what I'm saying.
I gotta pull back my
Yes,
honesty a little bit.
but that's what I'm saying. Like I'm gonna look at those character sheet before we do that, and because like, yeah, I'm sorry for that. Like I feel like I wasted your times, guy.
No,
Don't be
no,
sorry.
it's no problem.
It's an
Yeah.
experiment.
It's an experiment. Better for have us do this.
Take care, Zonalar.
Yeah. Thank you for dropping by. We're gonna wrap up
Okay.
anyway. Now I guess.
Yeah, I gotta get to bed. I'm exhausted.
Same.
Okay. So
Yeah, and I'm disappointed.
human. Oh no, don't be. This is all
Why are you
an
disappointed?
experiment. Don't be
What is
disappointed.
disappointing you?
We'll get it.
I really like the
I
setting
like
though
what-
that we got.
I like the
I agree.
setting, and we got. I think we got the bones of good characters. We just got to flesh them out a little bit. That's all.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do with your life path sort of system.
Because that's one thing. Like I was trying to like I
like
haven't
it.
like
It's
I
not
haven't worked
rewarding enough.
yeah, I haven't worked
Sure.
the number. I haven't worked the number,
Yeah.
but I was working on, like I always say, like I'm trying to figure out the shape of the thing.
Yeah.
Right?
I like the
Was that
idea to be able to.
interesting? Like
choose
picking
it.
up like those life event and those like
Yeah,
past
picking
and
I
those,
like
was
that.
awesome.
Yeah.
Picking was awesome.
I like that a
Okay.
lot.
So
Because
I
that-
think you just need to maybe pick 3 out of everything.
yes.
That's probably what I would do, and then make the rewards really big.
Yeah,
But
I think
then put a lot of freedom in them.
yeah, I think I like your idea of I'm just gonna tell you, okay, put that much XP in that, that much XP in that, and that much XP in that, and just
Yeah.
at the end,
And then here's 40.
at the end, like just say like here's whatever number,
100.
maybe 40, maybe something.
100,000 experience.
Yeah, here's 1,000 XP point, but like I don't know, like a certain number of XP point that you can use to
Yeah.
round up your
Yeah.
skill, right?
The adventurer side of it. How
Yeah.
long of it?
But
How long
also
have you been
because
an
also
adventurer?
there's a thing that I haven't like finished developed yet. Like there's a trade thing that you can get some trade and stuff like that, and out of them you can buy with experience. Like you can spend the experience like from outside and boosting your skill sometime. But
You can spend some experience from outside. What?
like you could spend like let's say you could have like experience in one of the skill, and instead of like you spending the experience to boost your skill, you could spend the experience to buy a trait.
What's a trait?
They are
Traits,
feats.
your-
They're like feats.
Oh,
in
okay.
D&D. Yeah,
Oh.
but I might cut that out. I'm not.
There's so much to do in this game already.
Yes, exactly.
I
But
would
I still
flesh this
need like
out
a
before that. Yeah.
because I have like traits like urbanite, right?
Sure.
If you're born in the city and stuff like that, and
But
that
you
mean,
have
like,
you have 100 skills,
yes,
and I'm
Yeah.
not exaggerating.
well, a little bit, but
How many skills is it?
90.
You don't need to add feats to that.
Yeah. Like, but that's the thing, right? Just like for me, it's always like easy. It's like I tend to add too much, and then I have to cut down and trim down,
Yeah.
right? That's for me.
Yeah.
That's the like the easiest path to design. It's easy to add stuff, but then you have to you have to
Streamline.
Yeah.
What's Justin saying? I told him 19 was too many. How many is 19? 19 life path choices.
No,
19 skills.
Yeah.
19 is too many. Well, we're at 9-0, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, but they're organized in family.
Yeah.
I dig the skill system. I'm not opposed to it. You could probably get rid of like 20% of them.
That's also something I
or
want to
maybe
do.
10% minimum.
I'm gonna trim some of them for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the
I already
families only
know.
have 4 skills. That's kind of a bummer when you're trying to level the family,
Well, it's easier. Oh
Is it
yeah, no,
easier?
you don't get it.
Is it
No, you don't.
harder?
No, it's not easier. It's neither easier or harder, but you don't get as much. Yes.
You don't get as much from
Uh,
leveling the family.
yeah.
I think you should have like kind of a
And some family got 6 skill.
consistent, like everything has 5. I think that's the
Yeah.
way.
Some got 5, some got
Or
6.
everything has 4. I don't have a problem with that. I think I
Yeah.
like 5 more than 4, but it's about the same.
Yeah, I definitely need to. I'm definitely gonna combine some of those.
And if you make it 4, then you have to like trim down your melee combat, and that's probably not great.
Yeah.
Because I like
And
the melee combat.
yeah, I think this one works well enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the
You
strength of
probably
this
have
set.
to cut a family to like populate the other families.
Yes.
Like
Maybe the elf crafting.
grace into dexterity or stuff
I
like
like
that.
those two being separated.
Yeah. But you probably only need one of them. And then
I don't care some of them having 4, some of them having like I don't care being them a bit uneven, but there's definitely some skill that are like too marginal. That I should combine, right?
like
Just like
farming.
Yeah.
Like Crispy's intense
Shut up about
focus
my farming.
on farming.
But
min-max my farmer.
I really want you to roll your farming.
He's believable. He's a farmer.
He is a farmer. He should know how to farm.
He should know how to
sakes.
farm.
He's obsessed with farming, you could say.
Yeah. That might be the whole Ozcraft, because like there's still thing like that I
imagine
find
being like naturally obsessed with something, and then everyone thinks you're infected. You're like, no, guys, I'm really into farming. I promise.
For farming.
I'm not infected with anything. I just really like what I do.
I'm fervoring for farming.
It sounds like a political slogan.
That's right.
I'm fervoring for Frank. Like that. Like that's the name of the politician.
It's also like the idea also was that you got a lot of skill, but technically you're never choosing skill, right? Because like the skill just gain experience when you raise them. And you're supposed to choose like
what am I using? Right? What am I using logic for?
In our case, in the style that we're that would be like the thing that you would you're trying to deduce something, right?
Okay.
You're trying to figure out.
So I'm not allowed to deduce things.
It's kind of like a role play.
Yeah.
You can roll it, and then you role play based on your role.
So I roll it ahead of time, and then
you roll it ahead of time.
I demonstrate whether or not I'm logical.
Oh, that's something we didn't discuss for social contract. We should do that real quick, right? Let's do that right now. The typical, the usual.
Successes, failures.
Success and failures. The way I like to do it, and tell me if you're okay with it. If you just roll, and you got an idea, either for success or failure, you go ahead, right? If you draw a blank, I'll try to fit in. But I don't mind if you want to describe both your success and failure.
I like to be able to describe anything I'm involved in.
Yes, exactly. That's what I like as well.
Okay.
Like you can describe everything you're involved in, and if I see that you're
unless like it's your success, like you're stabbing me. Should I let you stab me, or should I be stabbed?
Oh, in the combat. The combat, it's pretty like it's pretty well defined, because right, you don't describe like I'm stabbing you, you describe like I'm engaging with you, and then like with this, depending on who gets the hit, right? The one who gets the hit get the description.
Okay.
Because you decide how you do the description by describing how you spend those hits.
Okay.
I agree.
If you
Oh.
get the success or the failure, then you should get to roll it. Or
Yeah,
you should
we probably have to revisit that a bit with Crispy because you were playing the bowman last time, the archer. So you didn't get to play with the
No, I didn't have as
melee
many of
combat.
the melee combat using the hits to buy other abilities.
But that's a thing. That's one thing that Bastard Sword's trying to solve. Like, is this kind of static combat kind of feeling? So combat description of combat is supposed to be like pretty dynamic. That if you attack somebody in melee and you defend himself, it's probably like taking his turn there, right? And now you're both facing each other. You both roll. The one with the most success, the difference give you your hits. And then you get to spend those hits to, if you want to push him around, if you want to cause him damage and stuff like that. And this is where the description comes in, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And if you decide to roll damage and you roll damage, then the guy that received the damage get to describe how he received the damage.
Okay. I guess.
Because then, yes, because you choose where the injury go, right? So this is why you
the
get
person
a
who takes the injury chooses where the injury goes. So
yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's because you decide if you aggravate an injury that existed already, if you mark a new one, and you're the one that know because of your armor and stuff like that. So you're the one that know if it's become a major injury or a minor one, if you're bleeding, right?
Yeah.
So the one receiving the damage get to describe because
that's pretty cool how the system is kind of forcing the contract a little bit. And I'm saying that's good.
Thank you. That was one thing that I wanted to solve, right? Just like
yeah. That's
but
good.
it's meant to be like very it's meant that the two side work together.
I love Bastard Sword. All right, cool. So let's talk about the social role.
Social role. I'm always in favor of you. You want to do something. You can roll and based on your role.
Is there a deception skill anywhere? Am I missing it?
Yes, it's in the influence. It would be like persuasion, basically. I don't have like
there's a persuasion, there's an intimidation, there's an insult.
Yeah.
What about detect motive?
That's if you wanted to figure out if somebody's.
It's after the fact, after the social role's been made, after the social action's been described. I detect your motive.
Yeah, it's like if it's trying to read somebody, right? If you want to know like if you're sussing somebody.
I'm sussing the shit out of somebody.
Yeah. But the social role, and remember when you do a social role, because it's a success system, right? One success is a success, right?
Yeah.
If you're on the pose, if you don't have like malus, if you're not like if you're not trying like sometimes if you try something that is very difficult, you might need more. And there's like this list, like 3 or 6 or 9, right? It goes on those lines.
Okay, so just so I'm sure, we're pre-rolling a social roll, and then we do our action after the roll, after determining.
Yeah.
Now, how do we determine the difficulty on these things? Maybe that's just a system lack of knowledge. How do I know?
It's something.
What do I roll?
Sorry.
What do I roll for that? It's just
something
number
like
of successes. Yeah.
So something that is routine, right? That would require like 0 success. So you'd only roll if you have like something that works against you, if you have malus and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So don't roll for those. Something that's easy, you're gonna require 1, and then it's gonna be 3, 6, 9.
So what are you gonna do to tell me?
I'll show you on the screen.
Say 3, 6, 9 on his little thing.
Oh, okay.
Are we still doing the initiative?
Yes.
Okay.
Initiative.
If you're okay with that.
Crucial.
Yeah.
To Bastard Sword, sir.
And that's the same thing. We roll. What do we
roll? To start a combat, and then
you roll.
Only maneuvers allow you to re-roll or manipulate your initiative.
Yes, and but the roll,
keep track of it, and then you remove your initiative card when you've done all of your actions.
Yeah, but the question is like, what is the roll for initiative? It's you choose between your reflex or your perception.
Okay.
So reflex is in grace, and perception is in acumen.
And if you don't have either,
I have one perception.
Well, you
then
always
would
want
just
roll one dice, one base
one
dice.
dice. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I
But-
have 2.
But then you
I
can.
have a 1 in perception.
You also have to consider like the type of dice that you roll, right?
Right. So perception is wisdom.
Yes.
So maybe rolling
My wisdom's
D6s.
3,
So you would roll d6.
Yeah.
d6, because
So
3
3
plus
and
3
3.
is 6.
Yeah.
So you roll 1 d6.
Yeah, and reflex is
I will roll 2
agility
D6.
and wisdom. Yeah, and you can spend spirit for that as well. Don't forget.
Okay.
Yeah.
Important.
Important.
First
My
spirit
wisdom,
point
my
is 3.
my spirit's pretty shit. I only have
They're all 3.
4
Each
3. Oh,
each
they're all
dice
3.
costs.
or 16.
Okay.
Sorry, Phil.
I only have 16 spirit, unfortunately. this time.
Good luck. I've tried that.
Oh, yeah,
Until Max fixes my character and makes him good.
yeah. I'll do something like for you guys. Thank you for like.
I don't want to be
going-
shit, Max.
No, I don't want you to be shit either.
I don't want to be shit.
Because if you're that shit, I won't be able to do anything to you, right?
I'd rather be cool and never get XP the entire time than be shit and get XP.
Oh, you'll get Oh, do you remember how the XP work?
I don't.
I'm not the one giving you XP.
That's cool, but I don't know how it works.
Every time the tempo change.
The tempo. Okay. Scene change is what you're describing.
Not necessarily scene change because we can be in the same scene.
Okay.
But if we roll initiative, that's a change of tempo. If we go out of initiative, that's a change of tempo.
Okay.
Right?
Every time that happens, what happens?
Every time that happens, you can mark 1 point experience in a skill that you used in a significant manner. Yeah. So I'm not the one like I'm never gonna say, oh, mark some XP. No, you're the one like, there's a few things that happen. When the tempo change, you can just say like, oh, I just use my farming skill. I'm gonna put this experience point in there.
Of course, I used it every.
Yes,
every
I
round
am.
I used it in the initiative rounds.
We're going to be breaking that field and then rotor tillering, and we're going to get
like
it ready.
Here, I'm like learning how to farm. I'm like, what am I?
Yeah.
What am I doing?
No, not there, idiot.
Okay,
This-
here you go. You
Idiots.
approach like a hut, and then you notice that the field got like stuff growing on it, and then you can make a roll to say like, oh, you know what? That hasn't been planned that long, so there must be somebody like still active here. There you go.
Yeah. I'm gonna weed the shit out of this
alfalfa. What the heck? What kind of idiot plants alfalfa this time of year?
Yeah. Well, that could be that as well, right? Oh man.
You trying to feed your horses?
That's right. Well, yeah. We
Wait.
gotta feed the horses.
This guy farming over there. What he's doing make no sense. He must be like. He must have the fervor.
Yeah.
He's got the fervor.
Smart.
Yeah.
So there's a way you can use your farming skill. So now,
Yeah,
like,
obviously, you
identify
can use your
fervor.
farming skill at every possible moment, Crispy.
Of
so
course,
don't worry.
everything is
I'm
farming.
hoping you to use.
I will.
My
I will
whole goal is to
everything.
get you to use it one time.
And
Every roll is
this
going to be a
whole-
farming check.
this whole like those system, they're made to be.
I really like that, by
Transparent
the
in the
way,
game.
Max. I really like how you have set up the player run XP. I like the high trust game. It really opens up possibilities like what you're describing. Takes everything off the GM's back.
Yeah,
You know.
I just want you to be like, and when the scene change,
Good job,
when
Max.
when the scene end,
Yeah.
you can mark a virtue that you exemplify, or like in the way that you're right. And again, you don't have to tell me, you don't have to ask me, you just fucking do it.
It's none of your business.
Yeah, you made a roll. All right, I'll mark our experience point there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally.
I will take a picture of this and send it off to you.
I will.
All
I'll
right.
scan it and send it to you.
Oh, there you go, Mister. Got a scanner. Oh.
Whew.
You like people like you have like those scanning app on the phone as well. You can.
Yeah, that's what I was going to use.
All right.
I have an
Well,
Android, so
Well, thank you for indulging me in all this. I'm sorry I took you so long for such a
This is
mediocre
the
result on
longest
the
session
character.
0 of my life.
Yeah, but it's like session 0, and there's a bit of game design there at the same
Yeah,
time
there's
as
a little
well.
bit of game design.
A little bit of game design. So I tricked you into that.
Happy to be a part of it. As long as I
Oh,
get credits
there
in the first page.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you will for sure. I'm
gonna
ending
get
the stream now.
credits.
Thank you for everybody that watched live. Thank you everybody that we're gonna watch on the replay. I hope you're not gonna make
What
it
the
to
hell
that.
are you doing here? Get out of here.
Yeah, exactly. Get out of here.
Go to bed.
And
Right.
I don't know
I don't
when we're
care
gonna
how
actually.
drunk you are.
Yeah, I don't know actually when we're gonna play that game. We'll figure it out. Maybe it's gonna be next week.
I want to play Monday, but
Monday. All right.
Good.
All right. I'll try to make that happen.
cool.
Yep.
I'll confirm. So stay tuned, people. For the further Citadel, I guess that's gonna be renamed because now it's not just Madden. We have a name for this madness, right? There you go.
Thank you.
I'm clicking the button now.